I guess, in my opinion, I don't think the DM should have to handle their own recap, but if I must, I can do the recap.
All right, well, I'm your boss, so I'm telling you to do the recap.
Wow.
Hey, that's a low blow.
Right into the nuts. Like right in the tenders.
Since you're not aware, he means that literally. At work, he is actually literally my boss.
Well, now I'm your boss's boss, so yeah, I'm technically your director.
I mean, yes, Director of Critical Care, Major Collins.
Why's it gotta be critical? Why can't it just be like
Director
calming care? Yes.
Director of Nice Care.
That sounds too rough.
That sounds a little rough.
By the way, I've been recording all that, so that's just all gonna be on there.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. All right, so I'm gonna pick up before you guys went to Soria. So the party, after narrowly averting the apocalypse, decided to travel to the ancient elvish city of Velrakaimon, which they believed the current BBEG, Shalkor Kyrell, wanted the Ythgramar, which is a giant behemoth of a Vold, as well as several Vold to reach. The party believes that it is likely due to the fact that they would have achieved some kind of immeasurable power had they absorbed energy from the Well of Worlds, which is located in this ancient elvish city. After averting this threat, the party went to the scholar town of Soria. There is where they met one Rodrigo Vontoya, though he was going by a different name whenever they found him. After walking in on his art class, all regarding the beauty of the female form, in which a nude female was modeling and being drawn by a very enthused classroom who were extremely interested in their extracurricular activities, the party departed with Rodrigo Vontoya, who they discovered was a gold-ranked adventurer who was answering the call for the... Why am I drawing a blank here? Project Dawnspear, in which gold-ranked adventurers were now open to assist in the fight against the Primal Vold. So, they retreated back to the town of Precipice, where their ship, the Dragon's Horizon, was docked. Upon arriving, they left for the town of Kalimlux, due to discovering that the High Vizier of the Vold Consortium and the head of the Voice of the Vizier, which is the council that serves under him, wish to speak with him.
What's the name of the place? Headed for what?
Kalimlux. That is Calumlux. Upon arrival, they were met by some poorly armed guards and taken to the Iron Citadel within Kalimlux to meet with the High Vizier. Upon meeting with the High Vizier, he bestowed upon them an honor and a trust that he gives to very few, and that is by revealing his true identity, which is one Azrael Blazemark, which for those of you who are in Campaign 1 would remember, was an elven individual that worked with the party on several occasions, and they did find that just like Vold can, he does have the spikes in his wrist that he can use to drain magical power. After this revelation, the party was a bit surprised whenever he asked for an invitation to join the Volanshir Alliance, which is the alliance between formerly just the goblins and orcs of Kalimlux, who are secessionists that refuse to be a part of the Wraithhelm Empire, which is the predominant governing force of Wel Kalas, with the High King Razar Wraithhelm, a hill dwarf, being at the head of it. And after being cleared from this meeting, they were now taken to the diplomats' quarters of the Iron Citadel. And that is where we are at. You were just simply awaiting further instruction as to where the fight against the Primal Vold will take you.
Did you forget we went to another plane to go shopping?
Yeah, they also took a brief detour to the literal center of the universe.
It was great.
In the Outlands, and did some shopping, and encountered one of my old characters from one of Tony's old games.
We also went to the Well of Worlds after we defeated the Yathgrimar, and we got the power that they wanted.
And you supercharged your ivory wand.
All right, I'm all caught up.
See, this is why I don't do recaps, because I always forget things.
I
Not
think you did
that I
fine,
forget
buddy.
them, but
Yeah, this is why I don't, because I let somebody else do it, and then I can just nitpick the shit out of them.
when you could have just done it better.
Nah.
Alright. So that's where we are at. So you retreat to your quarters, which is a large open room, and unlike the rest of the city, which has a very dismal aesthetic and is very dark and kind of depressing, honestly, these quarters are actually quite nice. You notice there's a dozen or so beds fairly far spaced apart from each other, with dividers that can be put up to separate into sort of makeshift rooms with a large blue rug that stretches across a stone flooring with various art pieces of elves and Vold and different dragons and stuff like that across the walls. You're settling in, unpacking your stuff, about to get ready to retire for the night, when you hear a knock on the door.
Go away.
Oh, excuse me, is this where I can find Motley Crest?
You can find Motley Crest after 9 a.m.
Oh, excuse me, I wish to speak with you. I don't know if you've heard of me. This is the Archon.
Have you ever heard a voice of somebody that you know you already want to punch in the face?
I don't know anybody unless it's after 9 a.m.
I've sent you some spells.
Mm-mm. Some other guy that only exists after 9 a.m.
That has my interest. I will be like, oh, don't be so rude, and I'll go to the door to greet, what was his name?
He just introduced himself as the Archon.
Alright, I will greet the Archon and talk to him about his spells.
So, as you open the door, you see what stands before you. Somebody that basically looks like, if you can picture, Merlin, pretty much. He's wearing, like, dark navy blue robes with silver swirls and details etched into it. In addition to that, he's got a very long white beard, sort of a wizard hat on his head. He's wearing what looks to be a small pair of spectacles. And he's carrying what appears to be like this very ornate staff, like a dark silver, somewhere between like a silver and a gunmetal, with a nice like marble handle about 2/3 of the way up the staff, where you would put your hand, and these glowing purple crystals, about 3 of them, that just kind of slowly floats in a circle around the top of the staff.
Well, don't you look wizardly? You are just adorable with your little glasses and your little purple sparkly things floating around you. What can I help you? Are you here to give us your staff or some other useful item?
Hello. I'm not sure that I recognize you, but it is a pleasure. I am the Archon.
I will
You may
step
have
up
heard of me.
mid-conversation. Yes, Mr. Archon. How may we help you this evening?
He pulls out a pocket watch and says, "It's only about 8 p.m. It's not that late."
It's okay. He's always grumpy.
Anyway, I just wish to finally make your acquaintance. I have been following your progress, Motley Crest, quite closely, and wanted to formally make your acquaintance.
That is delightful. Have you been to see any of my artwork yet?
Oh, he looks to the rest of you with a confused look. Do you have a new member?
Yes.
Yes. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Rodrigo.
We found him in the brothel.
He says, "That Rodrigo." Yes,
That
I
was
must
a
say.
college- That was a college art class. Thank you very much.
Is that what we're calling it?
Which I was a guest speaker.
That's what we're calling
Yes, they were nude. It's called nude art.
the piece with the half dragon that was a bit risque, I might say. That one is quite, though not really in my persuasion. That one is,
Right. It's
yes,
really
indeed, a quiet piece.
It's really popular with those that are into half dragons.
I could imagine so. Again, that's not really of my persuasion, but indeed, your artwork is quite nice.
Thank you.
Real quick, I would like to just subtle cast this detect magic while we're talking to this guy.
Yeah, do it.
It happens. I have it prepared, so it just goes off.
So, yeah, I mean, his robes are magical. Very much so. And his staff glows like a freaking flashlight whenever you cast that spell. Yeah, he is very, very magical. As well as the fact that you notice it's not just his clothes that light up as magical too. His very being lights up as being magical.
I'd still clap him. Just kidding.
Being around a powerful practitioner, I'd like to just have my eyes open. That's all.
Okay. So
I want to know. I don't know that he's wearing all this cool stuff.
Well,
Were we
Don
going to
knows.
kill him and take
Lucas
his
doesn't
stuff?
know.
Yeah.
So he says, "I was just curious. I've sent you some spells. Do you like them?"
Yeah. I like the spells, but I have a bit of an issue. The stuff, the spells that you've given us, while they work great, are the school of magic that all of our enemies are resistant to.
Oh, well, I actually have a solution to that. I had a few more spells that a friend of mine wished for me to give to you. He corrects himself. You see, I have a friend who's quite a powerful practitioner of magic as well, and he has developed some spells. And I was just curious if you would like them. And he pulls out two very fancy-looking scrolls out from the inside of his cloak.
Okay.
So, the first one is called... He said, so this is a spell. It's a bit of a mouthful. It is called Blurkeel's Kappa Mega Harsh Menagerie Halcyon Wave. As he hands that to you, Anand, and then he walks over to Lucas and says, and here is another one. Of course, you are both welcome. This one is known as Blurkeel's Plasma Bomb. Just, I'll allow you to read what it does on the spell scroll.
Just to clarify on something, very grateful for the generosity. The scrolls you've sent so far, I can't do anything with it, either above my level or, to be honest, as a sorcerer, my magic works a little bit differently than a nod's.
So I believe I can help with that. You see, my magical talents actually sort of resemble, well, both of yours. Though I can tell from looking at you that my innate magic falls short of your potential. However, I have learned much of the magic that I can perform, in the same way that you, Anand, have as well. I find that those with innate magic, if they observe a spell enough, they become able to cast it. As obviously you cannot simply just study the incantations in the same way that a wizard can. But you must simply determine how to mold your own magic into something that resembles the same effect.
What is this spell? I can't access it.
You can't access it? I'll
I'm
make it
clicking on it. It won't
public.
pop up. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Bro, are you serious? Have you been
damage?
No. The summary is Ka Me Ha. Okay. And you choose the damage type: fire, force, or radiant. Very nice. Each creature in the line must make a dex save, take 8 d8 damage. So, Mr. Archon, I am going to ask you a very, very serious question.
Of course.
How dedicated are you to our cause here?
My role in this is my fighting days are a bit behind me.
Fair.
You can see with my age, but I am assisting in magical research. In fact, I intend to find a way to dispel what is being referred to as the magical fallout. He does air quotes that are present in Envalion that prevent us from approaching the ruined city.
That's fair. My dilemma is, and I'm sure you've come to understand this as well, equipping yourself when you're a caster and such. There's a lot of generalized items, but for unique individuals that have unique backgrounds, much like myself, it's hard for me to find not just spells, but equipment that is useful. So, if I may, I would like to petition a request of you.
So let me stop you right there.
Yes.
This staff I'm holding,
Mhm.
do you like it?
Yes.
Would you care to hold on to it for a while?
That's literally what I was about to ask you.
That was literally one of the reasons I came here.
I was going to ask if I could borrow it, and we'll return it once all of this is over.
He says, you know what? Keep it. I have others.
That works for me too.
What the hell did you just give him? No, did I
Well-
just give us half a power?
Hold on.
So
I
you're
will.
gonna go ahead and grab a
I had
staff.
to spend the better part of a year getting back to the Well of Worlds. He just says like, here's the staff.
What is this? Wait, is this a staff of power? What is this?
It starts with a T. Is the name the item? The item name starts with a T.
Let's see it. Where's it at?
Is this a homebrew staff, or is this a staff actually in
It's a
D&D 5e?
modified staff.
It'd be
Hey, Gavin,
great.
did you send the picture that I sent you?
Where is it?
It's in your
No,
inventory.
I just...
It's right underneath Staff of Dragon Slaying.
Okay, let me go and look at it.
Do I
Is it
recognize
exactly like the
what type of
staff
staff?
of power?
Oh, snap!
Do you
Um,
recognize what?
Do I recognize what type of staff it is? Like, can I make a check to see if I
Oh,
recognize?
snap! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not a staff of power. It is the Archon's staff of power.
Oh my bro! What? This is just a staff of power just given to him.
Yeah.
I want two of those bullets that I just sent you. I want two of those bullets that I just sent you. I want two of them.
Dude, this is a fan service session, all right?
This is
Many will get their
absolutely-
turn.
So whoever actually shows up on time to the.
I was gonna say we get cool stuff. They don't.
Oh.
If you would study these scrolls that I gave you, and in fact, Lucas, I believe, since you already, while it is not your immediate forte, you know how to study the arcane as well, being a witch. You should find it quite expeditious in your ability to learn these spells.
Is it Lucas or Anand got the spell?
Well, he handed one scroll of each.
No, sorry,
Just
got
kinda-
the staff. Who got the staff?
Anand.
Anand got the staff. Okay. Sorry, I'm putting it in my notes, so I'm just trying to keep up.
Okay, I am going to forego using the Crystalline Chronicle for now. And I am going to attune to my big stick.
Did you attune to that thing that I gave you?
Oh, bro, absolutely. That's going to come in clutch. 100%.
Marte, if you look at the Archon Staff of Power, I swapped out Magic Missile for a different spell. It doesn't have Magic Missile like a normal Staff of Power has. It has something different.
It has the Kamehameha. That's cool. Wow.
I would have
Why didn't we
liked
not
to see if
rotate?
I could buy one of those.
Man,
one
I
of those
wish
bullets.
equipping it would make the spells pop up in my spell list.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to add them manually, and I'll handle that for you. Just for now,
Please do.
remember, and but I usually make a
could-
separate tab for items.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would too. I would be like Staff of Power or Mage Staff or whatever is Archon Staff of Power.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
just whatever.
That's what I would name it.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
Okay. Gaffer, I did want to do something.
Gonna
I
blow
wanted to
everybody
know. I wanted to know if you'd answer this question for me.
okay,
Did you get the image that I sent you?
where did you send it?
I sent it. I texted it to you.
Oh, send it to me in Discord.
I'll send it to you in Discord then. Hold on.
Well, I'm looking at it now, but I don't check my texts when I'm playing.
Yeah, I got you. Sorry. I wanted to buy at least one of those at our shop for our shopping session.
Yeah, I mean
last
they're very rare, so per round they will be quite expensive. But
Oh, that's gonna be sick. I'm gonna do some nasty stuff.
I want to see if I can buy one just from last session. We can handle that off. if you want.
yeah,
It
we'll
doesn't matter.
handle that. So
You can
also,
let me know, text me or something.
Marte, if you'll take a look at Blurkeel's Plasma Bomb as well, that's another homebrew spell. It's sort of a
Where is-
rip-off of Widowgasp's Web of Fire, but it's in the
Caster
chat.
strikes their palms
Ah,
together, followed by a snap of fingers, causing a swirling bomb of plasma to appear at a point. Ooh. 5 arcs of plasma streak towards up to 5 creatures. You can see within 50 feet. Each creature must make a dex save. 46 fire and 46 lightning on a failed save. Wow. Nice.
So I've already taken a look at that one. Here's the cool thing: that's 4th level, so it works with the potion of maximum power.
Yeah, it does.
Alright.
Mm,
So is that all the Archon had for us?
All he was gonna give away, and he says, and he was like, anyway, I just.
The angry kid on Christmas. Just that is all you brought, Grandma.
I'm just curious. I would like to move on. All right.
he says to the group, and he's like, well, I'm sure we will be making each other's acquaintance again soon. In fact, I'm not sure if the High Vizier has told you, but in 3 days' time, there will be a war council in the city of Wedgemont, to the northeast of here.
City of Wedgie.
And from what I understand, you, as well as 3 other adventuring parties, are to be the guests of honor in attendance at this war council.
Bring it.
So I do hope I will see you there. I will be there.
Will you now?
Indeed.
So just to clarify, did me and Anand both get 1 scroll each of this, or did
Just 1 scroll of each of the spells. Just only, not 1 per person, just 1 of each of the spells.
Okay.
But that would be enough for you to learn to the point where you could add it to your own spell book if you decided to, or also add it to something else that we've talked about.
Okay.
So, Lucas. Well, Lucas would. No, Luke. Maybe. We could do a father-son Kamehameha.
Are you gonna do a fusion?
That would be sick.
Turns to a level 10 spell.
Yes.
Well, I don't know, because I don't know if I want to spend 10 episodes charging. So
Yeah, true. They just announced Budokai Tenkaichi 4 yesterday.
Wait, really? They're making a new
Yes.
Tenkaichi?
Yes.
That's cool. All right, we'll continue. So he gives a bow and says, "I bid you adieu, and As always, I will be watching your progress quite closely.
Thanks, Pat. Thank you.
Before he goes, I'm going to say, do you have anything for me? Anything that might be useful for a bard? And I'm going to bat my eyes at him.
He opens his robe real quick, looks in his pockets.
He strikes with the Jedi have like Werthers.
In fact, he does. Here you go. He puts some candies in your hand and says, "Best of luck, champ."
Wrap it up.
Well, I'm going to shove the candies into my mouth and say, oh, nice guy. It was all right.
They are butterscotch flavored.
Butterscotch. God damn, my favorite.
I am going to be like Mr. Bard. I know you didn't. I am going to gift this to you because I don't need it, having this at the moment. And I'm going to gift him my wand of technomancy.
Ooh.
Please use this wisely. And there's one spell on here that you'll never use because I've never seen anybody in this entire world that we fought that actually wears armor.
Everybody's got something metal, even if it's a pair of glasses.
Never have we fought anything that I have been able to use heat metal on. Not even the mimic that was dressed in metal gear. None of it was really gear. It was chitin.
Okay, you fought like knights and stuff that were wearing armor.
I will take... Okay,
I'm going to give it to you.
I will take this staff that has the heat metal spell on it because you've been using it all wrong. You've been using it all wrong. When it's time to interrogate someone, you put a couple of coins in their mouth and then threaten to use heat metal on it.
I haven't tried that, but that does sound cool. Please try.
All right.
If we're doing that, I'm just gonna I guess as the Archon leaves, I also have just a bunch of random stuff if people just want it. I mean, I don't know if you want to use.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
How about
hey, it's like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, I added Wand of Technomancy, but it's blank.
What's the proper way for me to link that? Hold on.
Just drag it by the dragon symbol into the chat, and
There
then
you go.
the next person that drags that dragon symbol into their inventory will take it out of your inventory.
Yeah, here, go ahead and drag it into yours.
Got it.
Dragon Ball Z.
Wait, where is it?
In the chat,
In the chat.
very bottom.
No, I mean, I clicked and dragged it, and I don't see it in mine. Oh, there it is. Item, Wand of Technomancy. Still blank. It's still blank.
I don't see it in your inventory at all.
Under item, it's under item. Like, it literally says item, Wand of Technomancy. It's under Instrument of the Bards.
Oh,
Weird.
here,
Sus.
Wait, is
He'll
that
fix
Charlatans Die?
it is.
Why can't I look at it?
The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that those are all the things that I have available.
Can I add this item?
Why do you have so much stuff?
So I think you're doing it wrong because the way I added yours in there was literally just by dragging the icon. So you have to click on the actual dragon icon next to it and drag it from that into your inventory.
Dragon icon.
There it is.
Okay.
You actually took it from my stuff. There you go. You have a Charlatan's
Oh.
Die now.
What's that?
You actually took it from my inventory because I put it up for anybody to grab. So, you have a Charlatan's Die now.
Okay.
It does require attunement.
Oh. I probably won't attune to it just yet. I think I'm maxed.
Yeah, which is why I'm willing to give these things up because they all require attunement slots.
Should have been an artificer.
So, as you guys are in the process of playing swaps with your gear, suddenly a bright flash fills the room as Lucas, you feel part of your cloak open slightly as
Thus.
one of these, as your ivory wand floats in the air in front of you, emitting this bright light. Before you notice the wand gets longer, almost like it gets a solid probably like 18 inches. It is a very big wand. Before you see
Bro.
these arcane symbols begin just etching themselves into the surface of the wand right before your very eyes in this swirling pattern before it just drops onto the ground in front of you.
Well, that's new.
Bro, if that lasts longer than 4 hours, you should get it checked out.
I'll pick it up.
All right, and well, you've already, but I'll put it in your inventory.
Yeah, I sent you what I want to name it in chat.
You can name it in your inventory.
Okay.
What is gonna... I want to know.
It's in there. Starts with a T.
Okay. Ah, yep, there it is. Okay.
What name did we say?
So with that, it's getting to be about 9 o'clock in game.
Yes.
So you feel as though, I mean, it would be a bit early. You have probably like maybe an hour or two until you would probably need to go to bed.
Okay.
I will go and see if any of the guards would like to play some cards.
Sus.
Okay. So you leave the room and you find a couple guards standing watch outside who appear to be kind of bored and they're willing to play cards.
Hey, Gavin, do I need to go to bed? Do I?
Sus.
I mean, it depends. Are you drinking a Red Bull?
No, I'm not drinking a Red Bull.
Oh, okay.
I'm saving that for the downtime. You think I'm insane?
All right. Obviously, playing cards, I'm going to play for money.
Okay. How much are you betting? It's not like these people have a ton of it, but
I mean, how much are they willing to bet?
like 10 gold.
10
And that's
gold.
probably
I'm
like
betting them- I'm
and that's
betting them
probably like
each
a month's
10 gold.
salary for them.
I'm betting them each 10 gold, correct? Like, how many people is it?
You're playing you're playing against two people. So each of them 10 gold, so 20 gold in the pot right now.
All right. Yeah, can I go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check?
Hey, why are you
Sure.
gonna take these people's money?
If you
They
roll
need
higher
it.
than their perception, I'll give you advantage on your cards roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they don't see a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, give me a dexterity check. Actually, this is more of an intelligence thing. Give me an intelligence check with advantage. And add proficiency bonus to the final roll.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Oh no, you're
Nope.
good. You're good. So we'll take the 14 plus proficiency. That
So
would, I
19.
think, 19.
Mhm.
Yeah, you slaughter them in that game.
All right. I need to earn some money back anyway. I spent a lot at Sigil. So what? I make 20 gold.
You made 20 gold, as they're like, I guess I can make it on scraps for the next week. I think we have some
Ramen noodles?
leftover moldy bread.
I give them each a little piece of the candy I got from the wizard earlier.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you.
Welcome. I'll head back to bed then.
While he's up doing that, and we're playing Gear Swap, I'm gonna ask the group something here. I'm at an impasse. I have to not use something anymore to be able to use this wand. Should I not use the wand of paralysis anymore?
What does your wand do?
Does a lot. Does a lot.
I'll let you. I'll look at what he gave me, and I show the staff. What does yours do? We can do stuff together.
Here, let me see. Oh, I can't share it in the chat, I guess. I don't know.
Do you want me to do it for you? I wasn't going to unless you wanted me to.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't mind. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Yes, the Mojo Jojo Healing Word Mirror Image Vortex Warp Kamehameha Flame Strike Contagion Contingency Freeze. Bro, we can double down. This is gonna be nice.
It's Blurkill's Plasma Bomb it has, so it's not the Kamehameha.
So we can... Oh, I see potential here. We're gonna do some nasty stuff.
So I guess I don't want to lose the wand paralysis. That's been such a staple of my...
I forgot to add something to it though. I'm noticing an error on my part. For the Arcane Absorption feature, it does take 2 charges to activate that. I'm noticing my error now, so I'm saying it now.
Okay.
It's either Cloak of Displacement's gotta go, or Wand of Paralysis gotta go.
I'm saying Cloak of Displacement, man. It doesn't offer that much.
To be honest, it makes...
And if it's really that big of a deal, I'll make sure you don't get hit.
Well,
or at least I'll give you a good chance.
that's the thing, though, is it makes it go from 2 rolls to 4 rolls, right? Because it's disadvantage, and then between either a luck point or a silver barb, then that's just...
I mean, I can cast Hold Monster if that makes you feel better. I have the spell.
I have Hold Person and Hold Monster, which is why I don't know if I need Wand of Paralysis anymore.
And since you guys can't see the notes, for the Weavebender's Foci, it just says, I mean, I already described it, but the polished surface of the... For the... Oh, right, the Mojo Juju.
It's pronounced Mojo.
The polished surface of this ivory crystal wand is completely covered in runes.
Nice.
It is made out of crystal. It is not a wooden wand like you were used to.
Oh, I gotta get it.
Bougie shit.
First of all,
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to unattune to the Wand of Paralysis,
Yes.
Yay! I mean, what? Sorry. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
and I'll take it out of my risk compartment, and I will put the Mojo Juju into my risk compartment.
Okay.
What is the max you can attune to?
5.
There's no way to raise that?
Well, that's already raised. It's normally 3.
Ah.
And I guess while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and burn some uses of this thing.
And there is a way to raise that. It's called being an artificer.
I was gonna say yes.
I will,
I just said that, but I was muted.
You will what?
We'll see.
I were muted.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Contingency.
Okay.
And my contingency will be anytime I see an attack coming my way, I'll pop Mirror Image.
How long does that last?
A week.
A week?
Actually, 10 days is how long it lasts.
there you go.
Yeah.
10 days.
Well, that's a D&D week, isn't it?
It does say you can only be under the effect of 1 contingency at a time, but yeah, it lasts for 10 days.
Like, man.
So there you go. If not saving throw, like an actual, like, targeted attack.
Yeah. I gotcha.
I think
Did you know I can see invisible creatures with up to 30 feet?
Nice.
Yep.
I do have blind sight up to 30 feet.
That's my thing.
And I believe if I've read it right, I think blind sight would go through something like mirror image. I'm pretty sure.
You know what? Scratch that. I'm taking off the cloak of displacement. Keeping the
Nice.
paralysis because
Nice.
I have the image up there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You
Sure.
have mirror image.
Keep a wand of paralysis.
Gavin was begging for you to take that off.
I was.
Yes.
I don't know, it's such a iconic.
It
thing
is
for
so
Lucas.
useful.
All right, that's my thing.
All right. So, I assume you guys are retiring for the evening.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
All right, and the beds are indeed quite comfortable. Nice queen-size bed. You wake up feeling refreshed in the morning, and in fact, you wake up to the sound of what sounds like construction outside. You look around and you notice that why am I drawing a blank here? Brandon's new character, fucking Orgrim. You notice that Orgrim is not there, and upon investigating, you notice that he is instructing some goblins in their reformation of the city
Nice.
as they are constructing new buildings. They've already, and I'm not sure how you would feel about this, Lucas, but they've already erected the like banners all over the city with the symbol of the Volanshire Alliance.
Why do I?
I don't mean Lucas, I mean Anand. I meant Anand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure how you would
That's
feel
nice.
By
about
the way,
that, but
Lucas, you didn't know you were racist? Yeah.
It's progress. I guess. I don't know.
but you might also interpret them as, I guess, taking ownership of the town as well.
True. We're
So,
making strides. I'm going to end up being the Martin Luther King of this world.
you have 3 days until the summit, until the war summit in Wedgemont, to do whatever you want to do. It'll take you about a day to get there, though, so you really only have like 2 days.
I guess that's really my question. How are we getting there? Is that we teleport? We sail? We ride?
You would likely have to drive. If you look at the map, Wedgemont is northeast of where you currently are.
So does it take a whole 24 hours to get there, or just a day? Like
Probably
just
like
8 hours?
Probably
You know-
like 18
We
to
should've
drive
asked
there.
that,
It's a really long drive.
We should ask that Archon fellow if he'd have just teleported us there.
You could have asked.
We can't just... do we have a teleport there?
You've never been to Wedgemont.
Isn't that 2 days
Yeah.
then, technically, that we have to travel there?
Well, we don't have to...
18 hours. That's. I mean, you could knock it out in a day. It's
Y'all
18
want to take
hours.
y'all want to take a car drive for old time's sake?
Well,
I mean, we
do have
can't
a car.
teleport there.
I think it's here.
Do we have a teleportation
Hmm.
there? No, we don't. So we can't.
Anybody know a
Yeah,
sigil sequence?
You guys can't teleport?
I mean, you could
can,
always
but
guess on the sigil sequence. Maybe
Yeah,
you'll get lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Kind of sus.
We'll get
Yeah, don't wanna risk it for the biscuit?
No.
Not really.
Do the 18-hour drive any day.
I mean, because I could teleport us there.
Do you know the
Oh,
place?
Tony, have I ever been there?
You mean Gavin?
I mean, yeah, Gavin,
I mean,
the other
you've been all over. You've probably visited once or twice, just traveling, but you wouldn't have gathered like a sigil sequence up there or anything.
Gotcha. So if I viewed it once, then between 1 and 43 would be a mishap. If I cast teleport.
Yeah, you've been there one time.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Are we in that much of a rush?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think we're okay.
No.
We're going to an honorable dinner, which is weird considering there's a whole invasion thing going on.
It's
I
a
know.
war council. You imagine it likely has something to do with the invasion.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Sorry, the last thing we went to was a big celebration thing, and that turned out to be
That
a
was
massive
weird.
trap.
Yeah, we keep getting thrown into that type of thing, don't we?
Hey, this war council might be a trap.
I mean, I'm going to say it's 50-50 at this point, that it's going to end up being a trap.
Yeah.
Because what was the last time when we went to when the psychic guys were after us, and we were getting told
Yeah.
to, go get our non-disclosure, we got attacked on the road. So I'm pretty sure us going there, there's a chance we might get, jumped on the road.
She
Should,
makes a
one of
valid
us-
point.
Should one of us? Well, I don't even know about getting jumped on the road. I think we might get jumped at the freaking battle place.
Either one. You know what? I think we've had a lot of combat here lately, so there's a chance we won't have it on the road. We'll probably end up having it once we get there.
One second.
Why don't we
I
just enter as if
will
it's a trap and be
say-
talking?
Do we want to have one of us not attend and actually attend in the shadows?
I think we'll figure that out when we get there and get a better idea of what's going on. Because even if we get there in a day, we'll still have 2 days to plan and strategize
Prepare.
whatever it is we need to. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So that's
On the
your
road.
other option. I mean, you could go on the road now and have your 2
Yeah.
days there, or have your 2 days here and then go on the road. That's up to you.
We're gonna have our 2 days there.
Yeah,
How
unless there's
about
anything that's holding us at the city, which I don't really think there is.
that? Unless this place has the bullet that I want. Nope.
Besides, I think we've hit all the resources we can get here, so if we can get some more stuff over the next place, I might be able to make some things, or at least see what it is that what our options are.
Or Gavin has a recipe book of the bullet I want to make. I'm just saying.
Perhaps.
Saying. That's an
unless
idea.
there's anything that's holding us here, why don't we just go ahead and hit the road?
Hit on the road again. Going places we have never been before.
And there's also, if you decided to,
On the
there
road
are
again.
like places you could stop on the way, or you could just drive all the way. It's up to you.
What's
So where is it that we're going again? How do you spell it?
Wedgemont. That is Wedgemont
For a war council.
for a war council. Yes,
what continent
being
are we
held
on
by
right now?
Project Dawnspear. You're on Vuelkalos.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So for those who are curious, you can find Wedgemont on page 117.
And we are.
It is in the
currently-
Vuelkalos chapter.
Where we at?
You were in Kalamlux.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in between here and there. What are the places that we're passing? The Tremaudations? What is this?
So Tranquil Downs. That place, however, is infested by primals.
And Glimbeller?
Glimbalar was a city that, in the past few years, was recently retaken by Project Dawnspear.
So we're not going through the tranquil, whatever it is.
You're going pretty close to it, but you can detour around it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was just seeing what all we had along the way. Well, Colossus, I know it's not like a big tourist attraction. Like there's very few cities, and most of the stuff that's out on the road is not going to be worth stopping at. I just didn't know.
With the exception of Wedgemont. Wedgemont is actually a very large, industrious city.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there's not going to be much in between here and there worth stopping at. More than likely.
Between, like-
the city of primals.
Between Wedgemont, Ebenmass, Rhymeshield, and Northreach, it's pretty much just one of the last 4 major cities that's part of the Wraithelm Empire.
I mean, we could always detour up to Fort Dawnspear to see how they're coming along with their stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a chocolate chip croissant.
Croissant?
Yeah.
Yes.
I vote hit the road.
Hit the road. I'm
Okay.
down too. Too much conjecture. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
You haven't
We're
missed
leaving.
anything.
How else can I plan the destruction of this
We're
this
traveling to
car?
another city for 3 days.
So you head back to the ship to get your car, and you're met by Miss Kuranoma Miku, and she says, "So I guess you guys are heading off to the next big thing." There is one thing I wish to tell you that, well, may be important, and it's It's a bit of a secret that I've been keeping, but
Are you going to finally reveal our relationship?
So she says, I haven't been quite forthcoming with you regarding my identity, and for that I apologize. It is likely that if there is this war council, as you say, that you will likely meet some very important people from the city of Ebenmast. And so I believe it's important that I tell you now that I am technically a princess. Technically.
How does that work? I thought you worked at a restaurant.
Weirdo.
So my mother and my father. My mother is royalty, and my father was a commoner. However, they met, and I'll cut the nitty-gritty details, but their love was forbidden, and my father's life was at stake, and
Nice.
so they ran.
Nice.
So I just please ask you a favor. You don't know
Uh-oh.
me.
Right.
Let me ask you this then, Miku, because I'm curious. The vampires that took you thought that you had some crazy rare blood. Is that something that comes in the royal family then?
Perhaps, though I'm not sure even they were aware of exactly why.
I kind
My-
of whisper at Lucas. Is this what we found in the Well of Worlds?
My understanding was that just I had an extremely rare blood type, which suited their palate. About only 1 in every 1,000 people or so have my blood type. And apparently it tastes quite delicious to vampires.
Delicacy.
Gavin, would I know if this has to do anything about that thing that we found in the Well of Worlds of the princess or something that's supposed to be royalty? That's some shit. I remember we found something like that in the Well of Worlds. I just can't put.
I don't think so.
No, okay.
I'm trying to think of what you're referencing.
There was some important information that we found in the Well of Worlds about something, some kind of bloodline trait through royalty that the true.
Oh, no, you're talking about something totally different. You're talking about an
Okay.
ancient elven bloodline. And no, this wouldn't have anything
Yeah,
to do with
that's
that.
Neston, who's apparently royalty, then doesn't know it. This is another person that's royalty and didn't really know it. Totally
Okay.
separate.
What
Okay,
happened in
I was just
Neston
making
again?
sure.
I forgot.
She was.
He
Fucking
retired
long.
to stay with the Order of Shield and Light back in Stormhaven.
Oh yeah.
So,
You're gonna
just
handle
to-
a smoke.
So let me make sure I got this. So your mother was royalty, but your father was a commoner?
Correct.
And they were.
Because my father is not from any. See, I see that, and I just think Scissor Me Xerxes from South Park. So,
Anyways.
she says, "Yes, my father was not noble, and to marry into royalty, you must be noble. My actual, well, I guess it has never been my name, but it was once my mother's name, is Kizune Miku. My mother adopted the surname of Koronoma whenever she fled.
Why
Hey,
she got
can
a
you sing-
Japanese name?
Because she is essentially Japanese.
Yeah, she's Wuxian, which is.
Hey, can you make
Japanese.
a character named Sakura so we can call her useless?
I would love that very much.
Come on, let me go. Make her a monk so we can just call her useless.
You know you're useless when you give birth to a Uchiha that needs glasses.
Alright, so,
Anyways,
her family's from Ebenmast, you said. Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yes.
Okay.
interesting.
So, you've never been a part of the royal family. Your your parents absconded from that when they had.
I was
you.
born in Vuelcalas.
All right.
Or not Vuelcalas, she says. I didn't mean to say that. She said I was born in Falfansia. I have never been to my home.
So they don't even know you exist.
No, I would just prefer it stay that way.
Technically, you're not a princess.
Right.
I do care.
She has the bloodline of a princess, but I don't think that ever actually makes her a princess. I don't know how that. I don't know how royal
Understood.
politics work.
That depends. Different.
So,
Like that all depends.
and I take
For like European, like Queen Elizabeth royalty, or like.
so I take my bad news rifle. So understood. So if it leaves this ship, they have to deal with me, unless it's you telling anybody else.
You, so far, are the only people who know. But I couldn't keep the secret any longer.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, your secret stays on this ship and it doesn't leave it. Unless you have anything to say about
to
that.
tell anybody, so I think we can all just agree with that. Sure, seems pretty easy to keep secret.
Yep.
Thank you. Well, I wish you safe travels. I hear Wedgemont is, well, it's something.
If Milo was here as we were walking out of the battle meeting, hey, what were you gonna do with that? Oh, it's supposed to be royalty girl. That would be a Milo thing.
Say that directly to the Shogun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we hit the road again.
All right.
Go in places we have never been before.
So, are you guys making any stops on the way, or are you just driving straight there?
I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anything in particular on the road worth keeping an eye out for. So.
Yes, Bold. Primal Bold, to be
Well,
specific.
yeah.
I can't shop. I'm broke. I have nothing.
I've got 4K if you need anything.
I think I'm good.
Technically, you do have something. You have
My
a
money
bunch
is
of
your
money.
money.
If we get someplace to go pick up some Hill Giant rum, I guess we can do that. But otherwise,
Okay.
If you get bored, you can check out my Staff of Power while we're on the road. It shoots really cool things.
if you drop it in chat, I'll take a look at it.
So, as you guys hit the road, you're pulling out of the city and this isn't something that is
Yeah,
unheard
never
of.
pull out.
My man. Anyway, as you're leaving the city, and this isn't the first time people have heard this, but it sounds much more loud and menacing than it has in the past. You hear this roar coming from the direction of the Wailing Mire, and it's not like a sharp, menacing roar like that of a dragon. It falls somewhere in between in tonality between like a dragon's roar and like the wail of, or like the moan of a whale. And it's just long and menacing and melancholy as the sound of this moaning roar just completely encompasses the countryside. If
So
I
as
could,
it does that, I rev up my engine. It's like, oh yeah, Big Bessie.
if I could have everybody make a perception check for me.
Oh yeah, I'm super good at these.
Oh boy. I think I'm proficient in these.
I'm not. Hey, look at that 16. It's not too bad.
I am the most unperceptive wizard. Ooh, 17.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That's 0.
Oh my
So,
god.
That's a straight
Yeah,
17.
I hate that for me.
Mine's a 27.
Okay. So
You have expertise in that, don't you?
Yes,
for
it is.
those of you who rolled between a 15 and a 20, what you pretty much just see is just an extremely large outline. And when I say large, the Yithgrimar was about the size of the outline's head that you see. That large. For those who rolled above a 20, however, and you notice this, Rodrigo, as you hear this moan, as you see a break in the fog from the Wailing Mire to your south, you see the silhouette of tendrils flowing back and forth in the air, and you make out a silhouette of that almost looks like an incomprehensibly huge head of a dragon peek above the fog, just for a moment before it dips back behind the fog and everything goes quiet again, and you can no longer see anything.
Dang, I've been bringing tentacle porn into this.
I cannot stress how incomprehensibly huge this is. The Yithgramar is the size of its head.
That's what is that categorized as?
Colossal.
That reminds me of the Wii thing where it says, "Nice cock." Anyway.
Was that a dragon? That looked like a dragon. Did anyone else see the dragon?
Nope, I didn't see nothing. All I heard was the sound of Big Bessie rolling. Don't you like the upgrades I've added to my vehicle?
So nobody's worried about the dragon back there.
What dragon? I didn't see a dragon.
I saw a dragon.
I'm just kind of
Oh, y'all did?
and I'm pointing.
I didn't.
Oh, well.
I heard something. I didn't see a
No.
dragon.
For those who
No,
rolled a
you heard
15
me
to
call it.
20, you saw a silhouette large enough to basically give you an estimation of its size, but no details.
Okay, I just saw a big like silhouette out there.
No.
You're saying
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a dragon?
Well, guys,
that was big.
guys, the person that's driving didn't see shit, so we're keep going.
Yeah, this is behind you anyway,
I
so
gotta get off this plane of existence.
Yes, I am inclined to agree.
So we don't want to go fight the dragon? Like,
Mm.
that's like gotta be fun.
I don't really feel like that's what we should be doing right now.
So, I got something we can do if we got time and we want to have a place to go to.
Yes,
I pull out the
yes.
tuning fork. We can
Let's
go to
do
Hades.
Yeah,
Derailed the entire thing.
I am absolutely down.
There's a few things I want to be able to make to prepare because if we do that, it's going to be a thing.
Aren't we on a thing right now?
I think there's a couple more
Absolute
things that
thing.
I want to be able to make. In fact, well, I can't share it because Kevin didn't make it.
here, you made it though, right?
Yes. I mean, it's in my chat. Or, to be honest, I can just share it in Discord.
Yeah, there you go.
Give me a second. But yeah, there's something I think will be good that I got from Yithgramar that would probably come in really handy if we go to Hades.
Oh, big boy Tony.
Hey, if we're going to Hades, I'm down. Let's get it.
Yeah, Tony. What's up, Tony? Does anybody want to catch him up to speed?
We're going to Hades, Tony.
I don't know if you guys have decided that yet.
No. What? Should we go to Hades? Should we really go to Hades? Cool.
How's the Tony?
Pretty good.
So, Cliff Notes. They met the Archon finally. He gave away some shiny shit. And,
Yes. Very nice stuff.
and you just got a glimpse of the giant behemoth that is rumored to be somewhere in the Wailing Mire. Just a glimpse, but you did see it.
Its head is the size of a Yithgramar.
So pretend
Okay.
pretend I don't know what a Yithgramar is. The hell is that?
The head is the size of a skyscraper.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Well, a small building. The Yithgramar was about the size of a small building.
And where was it at?
Back in the Wailing Mire, which Calamlux is directly at the edge of.
No, I think about the Yithgramar. It was,
Oh, that was the session literally right before you joined in that they fought that, but you wouldn't really know anything about it.
Yeah.
They fought the Yithgramar or this dragon?
The
We fought the
Yithgramar.
Yithgramar
the
and
dragon is
barely
just as new to us
survived.
as it is to you.
Yes, this is new.
Got
We've killed dragons before.
Yeah, of course.
But
This thing is the size of like 100 dragons.
if we're gonna go and fight a super powerful hag in Hades, I think this potion would probably come in handy for us. So I want to try and make a few of these, and it's in Discord chat if anyone wants to take a look at it.
Let's see.
It's under general.
Yep.
Jägermeister.
Potion of the Jägermeister. Advantage on saving throws against spells and magical
Oh,
effects.
fucking nice.
AC increased by 1. You gain resistance to force damage. I already have resistance. Do I get double resistance?
No, there's no double
No, you
resistance.
Hey, Gavin, would I have heard of the bullets of slaying?
Yeah, I mean, you'd know that enchantments like that are possible. You've never heard of it being on a
Enchantment?
bullet before.
Enchantment.
It is an enchantment. Anything that does something like that, it's because it's enchanted ammunition.
Oh, it's a magical weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're hitting the road, but
And
the
one thing
road
I would
again.
like to get probably two of before we, do your Hades mission is bullets of slaying.
Flay. Yes.
I have no idea how to make that, so that's not a me thing.
Oh, other thing,
Yeah.
Tony, you guys are headed to a war council. You have 3 days. It takes about a day to drive to where the war council is being held, and it is all about how to proceed with the war against the Primal Vault.
Is homie playing Skyrim right now?
I don't think so.
Skyrim.
Yeah, what are you playing? It looked like Skyrim. It
No,
looked like you're
no.
going through a dungeon or some shit.
Bro, Skyrim? No.
Gross.
Playing Hogwarts.
I haven't played Skyrim in years.
It's been a while for me too.
As you should.
So-
Oh, speaking of Skyrim, Marte, I
Great.
see that you added me on Bungie.
I did.
Saw that. You getting into Lightfall?
I've already beaten Lightfall.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
On Legendary.
Nice. As you should.
Um,
because we're not chumps.
This game.
So is it? I guess
Okay.
this ride kind of goes pretty smoothly. I'm assuming.
Yeah, you don't really get attacked. The primals all seem, the few that you do pass within eyesight, they all seem uncharacteristically focused. They don't appear to be quite as savage as they normally are, and dare I say, organized.
You think
Where
maybe
are
it's
they
because
heading?
of the presence of the big boy?
You
Where
can't
are
really
they heading?
tell where they're heading. Many of them appear to be heading to the northwest whenever you pass them.
Mm-hmm. The northwest.
Yes.
Son, Daddy's not picking you up. What you want?
Oh, is that over where the Sea Elven City was?
The Sea Elven City is back
Oh.
on a totally different continent, other side of the world.
If they're heading northwest, isn't that towards Fort Dawnspear?
Ish. But it's not even like... It's hard to tell, really. They appear to be heading in that direction, some of them do, but many of them appear to just be biding their time. Gathering in groups
Do
and
we see a
waiting.
group?
The largest group that you see is probably about 24 or so. So you pass by a couple decent-sized groups.
How far are
But-
they away?
Half a mile from the time you pass them.
Half a mile. How far long is that?
That's
How many feet is that?
roughly like 2,700 feet, 2,800 feet, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Not close enough to where they'd be an immediate threat.
Yeah.
You should drive over there.
No. I mean, dude, I could probably outrun them and even run them over with the upgrades I've done to this thing. I know why, but still. I could turn on that turbo boost and they wouldn't be able to fucking see me.
Okay. So you arrive in Wedgemont at about 1 a.m., having left at about 7 a.m. from Callumlux. The city's pretty quiet when you arrive. It is a very large city, however. To describe
And
it to you,
Which phase of the moons are they in right now?
I can check my calendar.
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh,
Keep going.
Okay. So you've seen cities like this before because you've been to both Precipice and you've been to King's Crest. It's a city. It is a very it's a city. The little bit of nightlife that you do see driving through the city appears to be very diverse. You notice orcs, goblins, humans, awakened, the occasional tiefling, the occasional Goliath. This isn't really a city that's characteristic of one particular race. As you drive through the city, you see different monuments set up from various people who died during the Great Penance War 190 some odd years ago. We will never forget, your sacrifice was not in vain, stuff like that. As you continue driving through the city, you notice a good bit of shops. You do pass by a shop that is called Blackheart Tattoos. That's pretty close to the Heroes Guild that you might be interested in. As well as there's a shop that's called Shooty Face McGee. That's right around the corner from the Heroes Guild as well. So you have some ideas of some places you could check out over the next 2 days. You looked like you were about to say something, Sean.
Oh no, I know what I want to do while we're here.
Oh, what, you gonna get inked?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I do want to go to the tattoo shop.
Did you create this potion?
He did, yes.
Oh, nice.
As you can see in the first line, it says, "This unique potion is a Brimstone Witch special."
Which is why I asked.
Yes!
Very,
Brimstone Witchy?
You chose a very good picture.
Thank you.
Does it taste like cherry lime soda?
It tells you what it tastes like.
Does it?
Having a
Yeah,
syrup
yeah.
Actually
texture
read the
and
thing.
I see it.
pungent mint flavor. Ugh, sounds gross.
It is, because it is. It's Jägermeister. As you can imagine what it might taste like.
So,
Jaeger?
one would think. So, as you make your way, and you eventually do arrive at the Heroes Guild. Upon arriving at the Heroes Guild, you walk in, and you see a half-elven female behind the counter, and she looks up and says, "Well, you guys are early. I was told I'd be expecting Motley Crest in 3 days."
Well, we didn't have anything better to do, so we came on down.
Well, my name is Tanya.
Is there a sigil? And I apologize to cut you off, Miss Tanya, but I will forget to ask. Is there a teleportation sigil sequence space here so that we don't have to try next time?
Specifically in your bed, he prefers. I don't think that.
Wherever it may be.
She is quite attractive, but she says, "So you can find a sigil sequence at the Citadel, where
Yes.
they will be hosting the War Council. I'm
Nice.
sure the governor would not mind letting you make a copy of it."
That's excellent. And aside from that, would you care for dinner this evening?
There it is.
There it
Oh,
is.
jeez.
And now I give a description. So she's sort of olive skinned. She looks like she's probably, like, the human side is definitely Wuxian. The
Yeah.
elven side is probably Wood Elf.
Not to interrupt you, but I'm interrupting you. You don't have to describe her if the answer is no.
I still like to give visuals.
But who's gonna? Nobody would say no to a nod. Have you
saying,
seen
you'd be
this
like-
guy? Aw.
Oh,
I got a cat on you.
Save you like 40 minutes if you just like
Ooh.
no.
I'm going to
She
give a
was
brief.
under the impression this was an option.
She
I'm
looks
gonna
like
give a
resting bitch
brief
face as you
description.
talk to her. That's all you see.
She has long dark hair, bright green eyes, and appears to be clad in just a simple tunic. She says, Perhaps later. I have, booking business that I must attend to. Being a guild master
that's-
and all that.
Perfectly fine. I keep late hours, madam.
I'm sure you do. Perhaps we'll talk in the coming days.
I won't make that joke. That's too far.
I was
That
like,
was
no,
a little too far.
Too soon. We just met her. Stop.
Isn't the bard supposed to be doing this?
Yeah,
Oh,
Harold,
the
I described
bard's here
that
right
she's
now.
attractive and you're a bard.
Oh yeah.
Anad shot his shot and got shot down.
Anyway, your quarters are upstairs. I gave you the royal suite, so you should find it to be quite accommodating.
Good question, Gavin.
Is this comped?
No, sorry.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Then okay.
We'll gladly take the suite then.
Hey, Gavin, quick question. So, are we getting some type of animosity from the other guild, like the other hero adventurer groups, because we've risen from the ranks so high?
To some degree, yes. Now, from the major ones, you haven't noticed any animosity. Like, the Heralds of
Okay.
Requiem have been nothing but friendly to you, other than trying to
Yeah.
kill you one time. New Solidarity also has been nothing but friendly to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would dare any of them to try.
Yeah, I know,
And
right?
I would
I was just
welcome
curious.
it.
I was just curious. I would.
Right,
I figured
please.
we might have gotten challenged.
Please start something. Anad is itching to fight normal people for once.
We would honestly demolish
We
most.
would kill
Yeah.
anybody that considered attempting something like that.
Granted, many of these groups are a much higher level than you,
That's
but
only on paper. They don't have the
Oh,
street cred that we do.
He's not wrong. Oh,
so, do you retreat to your suite, or are you gonna grab a meal, grab a drink?
I mean, as long as it's comped, I'll grab some food.
Yeah.
Homie,
Anand would he would like an adult beverage
eat,
this
homie,
evening.
go
He's
eat.
he's been in that car a long time, and
So-
that'd probably help him relax.
entire time.
So she grabs a wide, shallow bowl, and you see what she grabs looks to be, you see an image of a plum, and it just says sake on it, as she pours it
Nice.
into this bowl and slides the bowl to you.
I will bow customarily according to the Wuxian cultural books I was able to go over.
You are quite cultured.
And then I'm gonna throw it back like it's nobody's business. And slam it on the table like, ah.
It's quite sweet.
Yes.
Yes, I would like a bowl of ramen, please, from Ichiraku.
Put some Naruto fish cakes in it.
And you get ramen with little fish cakes.
Yes.
Yes.
You all also notice there appears to be one character who is sitting in the corner of the room, and as you begin dining on your meal, he stands up and walks to you, and you notice he appears to be wearing what looks to be a hoodie. I mean, by like modern day standards, hoodie.
Gonna-
In addition to that, he appears to be wearing a pair of jeans and just a pair of sneakers. Each one has a little star on the side.
Hostile.
Sus.
He's emo.
I'm gonna give Lucas the look like
The only person he's gonna get is himself.
he doesn't know how close to Avada Kedavra that he really is.
Yeah.
He's this close.
That's fine. I'll just kind of give a little nod to Nod and just do.
Hmm. Yeah.
He's approaching you. He is walking your way.
Yes. Oh. You're
So-
coming right to me.
He walks up to you and he takes his hood down, and what appears in again, well, not appears, he is a Wuxian human. He just has brown eyes, black hair that's kind of shaggy, and you notice that he has sheathed across his back a rapier, and he has a wand that's literally just tucked into a belt loop of his jeans.
He has a rapier on his back?
He has it on his back, yes.
Not on his...
On his back.
That's
Oh.
weird.
That
is weird.
Very gentlemanly.
Insight
It's
on that
alright,
back right
guys.
here.
This is what happens when you just buy it off of Amazon and you saw a YouTube video.
Okay.
So he walks up to you guys, and as he lowers his hood down, he brushes his hair to the side, and he says, "So I can assume that you guys are Motley Crest. I've been very much looking forward to meet you. You may have heard of my group. I am Rizuru Ichi of Oni.
No, never
Don't
heard.
ring any bells. Sorry.
You heard
No.
Oni mentioned once back at
Oh,
back
we
in
did?
back at Nifrion, where they mentioned that they were the honored guests the year before you guys.
Oh, y'all were
Yeah,
the trash mob cleanup squad. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
what squad?
I said the trash
No.
mob cleanup squad.
I said, Bod just
No,
said
I won't insult them that way. Yes, we had heard of you, heard your name spoken once prior. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I know it is.
Oh, don't do that. Come on.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I rolled my eyes at that.
There, kid. The in here will die.
Dude, I swear, I hope they're the first people that we're gonna go against in this whole Heroes Guild battle thing. And I hope we mop
No,
the floor
I'm
with
gonna
them.
passive aggressively hold out my staff of power and slam it on the ground and stand myself up with it and extend my hand in a friendly handshake.
He says, "Easy, Voldemort, easy."
Voldemort? What? He doesn't know Voldemort.
It is Voldemort.
No, son. My son's like, you can't say that name.
Throwing around the name that shall not be spoken.
That's
He says-
beautiful. Oh my gosh, she could have done it any better. Sorry.
I just wanted to make your acquaintance. I think we'll be working together closely. You see, Oni is one of the other honored guests at the War Council.
Okay. Well,
We sure you are.
we're grateful that you're here, and I hope you don't get bored if there's nothing for you to do.
And he says,
But we
"Oh,
thank you.
I assure you that I will not get bored. And rest assured, I don't know if you've checked the rankings lately, but we will be taking our number 3 spot back."
Oh, we
Oh,
don't
will you
do
now?
trivial.
Yeah,
That's for people that
We weren't even
Oh.
trying, my guy.
like. That would assume that we have competition. We just stumbled upon this leaderboard. We don't care about that.
Well, then I look forward to our future interactions. Before
Me
he
too.
throws his hood up all edgy like again and walks up the stairs.
Before he does,
You know.
before he does, I want to walk up and shake his hand and say, "It's so nice to meet a member of Onai." And before he walks away, I would like to do a sleight of hand check and pickpocket him.
You're gonna.
Yeah, I love it. I fucking love it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me that sleight of hand check.
Do I see this with my blind sense?
Blind sense just lets you see things with your eyes closed,
Fuck.
and ignores
Yeah, I
illusions.
closed my eyes.
Oof. You're really bardy today.
Okay. What is his passive?
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
above 20.
That does get a pass of a 20, yeah.
No, he does
Yeah.
not.
I'm gonna say.
Oh
Oh man.
no.
Man, what a
Okay.
retard.
How about
That's what he gets for
persuasion in
wearing a
case he
rapier
fails
on
due
his
to,
back.
Casting.
You
He's not.
pull out of his. This is. Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, that's what he gets for talking trash.
You pull out of his bag
You know there's
and-
going to be punishment.
You see, you assume, I guess, he wasn't wearing this item just because he was trying to look cool. as he retreats, you look into your hand and you noticed a coiled up bunch of cloth in your hand, and when you uncoil it appears to be a cloak with a large shield emblem emblazoned on the cloak. Let me just go ahead and delete that from his fucking inventory. Here you go.
Was it a cloak ability? Oh, it's a cloak protection. Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
As he once he has walked up the stairs and is somewhat out of sight, I pull out the cloak of protection. I was like, by the way, would anyone like one of these? He didn't need it.
Sorry, I don't have any space for such low-level gear.
You can always give it back.
No,
I will put it in my inventory and either use it or sell it.
we should. Yeah,
Sell it.
absolutely sell it and sell it for a
Sell
discount.
it back to him. Sell it back to him. Here, I happened to found this cloak of protection. Would you like it?
I mean,
For 1,000
One of you guys is gonna like wear it right in front of him. He's gonna be like, "That's mine." It's like, "No, it's not. That's my initials right there on the inside."
No, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I'll just be like, "Who are you again?"
That's the cheese stain from the nachos I was eating yesterday, along with my Red Bull.
yeah, just wear it as a bib at breakfast in the morning when he comes down.
Yes.
Oh, anyways. Oh, so it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 o'clock in the morning?
In the morning.
Hey, Gavin.
Oh.
What's up?
I was just gonna try to steal some gold.
He didn't actually have any of his gold on him. It didn't look like.
Oh, okay.
No.
In that case,
Okay.
or
Score.
On that, it's 1 a.m. We probably got some stuff we want to knock out, so.
Yeah.
But I will say, our rooms are all on the same area, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You have so the suite that you have, like all your rooms, they're connected rooms, but you all have your own room.
What if it's down a section of a hallway? We got a ritual cast alarm just to make sure nobody's gonna try and come mess with our stuff, since we've already decided to step on some toes while we got here.
Well, he didn't know that we stole it.
Just saying, we're in a new area. We're already kind of rocking a boat, and I typically make a point of casting alarm around my room. I'm just gonna kind of cover our bases.
See what Bond does is he makes those little styrofoam telephone phones going throughout the entire room, where we can just like talk, like as you would as kids.
I like it.
That'd be funny to see it on like this. Oh.
All right. Well, you guys get your rest, and you arise at about 9:30 in the morning or so, and the day is already busy. You hear cars zipping by your windows on the outside of the hotel. The streets are quite busy. Guards are patrolling the town.
How rich is this town?
It's very well off and it's very industrious. The problem with Wedgemont is that it is victim to a lot of the discrimination that has become common in a lot of the world, but especially in Vuelcalas.
Okay.
Like the type of discrimination I'm accustomed to.
Yes.
Oh man.
Okay. You go ahead, Sean.
Well, I'm just saying, there's one thing I want to check out, but again, anything anybody wants to make, I'm probably going to spend a lot of my time.
So if I'm
Okay.
walking and we're walking with a non, do I see anybody give dirty looks or anything like that?
Occasionally. It's not like it's everybody. There are people, human and otherwise, that
Okay,
are very
Anybody who-
sympathetic towards Awakened.
that's fine. Anybody who I see gives a dirty look is getting pickpocketed.
Yes.
Okay, give me
How many people?
7 sleight of hand checks. Just keep
Okay.
clicking the button
Alright,
until I
buddy.
tell you to stop.
Okay.
Well, on the way of doing all this, I would like to take us to the tattoo parlor. If we can hit that at some point. That's the only place I'm really going to go to.
I'm sorry, did you say tattoo parlor?
Yeah, there's a tattoo parlor.
Are we getting matching tats?
Well, I guess we'll find out once we get to the tattoo parlor.
Are they magical tats?
Well, I guess
you'll find out when you get to the
tattoo parlor.
Aren't all tramp stamps magical?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7, Gavin.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, nobody's got a passive perception of that.
Okay, I'm just making sure. You know, dude, I think I would have to roll a 1 to see if.
All right,
No,
you
I feel like
pickpocket 470 gold pieces.
Fuck yeah!
What's that, Kelly?
I feel like
470.
anybody who's got like that massive amount of passiveness for perception would just be just anxiety.
Anxious all the time. Yes.
Just sus on everything. Like,
I agree with that.
Hey, Gavin, can I make a...
so like, don't pickpocket the twitchy dude in the corner. Maybe. Not.
What's that, Harold?
Can I make a performance, like entertain for some money?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like kind of do things my way.
We could even say you got up like an hour before them and you were already doing that.
Alright, I can roll a performance check.
Yes.
I want to add my scrolls to. Well, I guess I would have done that already, but I wanted to add my scroll and to my bot.
Okay, so you get from the hour that you're playing in tips, you make 78 gold pieces.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
What instrument were you playing, just out of curiosity?
Just my loot. Unless there was a piano there, in which case I would have.
There is a piano
I
in the Heroes Guild.
Yeah, I would have played the piano then.
Okay, and you guys see that when you come down the stairs, you notice that your friend Rodrigo is currently playing the piano, and people are dropping coins in a bucket.
Oh yeah, I even got flashy sunglasses on. I'm like Elton Johning it up in there.
So, you do arrive at the tattoo parlor, and as you open the door to this tattoo parlor, there's a record player playing, and it's just like some serious rock and roll that's on this record player. You notice that there's only one person currently working right now, but you notice a human female. She appears to be, what's that race called? A Scalder human. So very lithe, kind of fair-skinned, blonde hair, blue eyes. And she turns around, and you notice she's currently like doing a tattoo on somebody, and she says, "I'll be with you in just a second."
In a minute.
So she's got like dark eyeliner, red lipstick. She's wearing like a red tube top, and you notice she is pierced and tatted up. Like, you notice she's got like 4 or 5 piercings in each ear, like a lip piercing, a piercing in her belly button, and she's got like a dozen tattoos.
Big old gauges in her earlobes.
Putting in that
You
word.
get what I'm picturing, what I'm describing. So she finishes up with this person, as it looks like she was at the tail end of doing this tattoo, and she says, "Hi, welcome to Blackheart Tattoos. Can I help you?"
Just shopping around and see what services you had available here. Do they have one of those books where you can look through all the super generic, like...
They do.
That turns into butterflies.
And you did notice a sign on the way in that says, it has like in new in big letters, now performing magical tattoos.
So very curious about the magic tattoos, gotta be honest. It got my interest.
She says, "Well, here is the list of the ones that we're performing. We just started doing them, so our inventory of magical tattoos is a little limited at the moment. But feel free to let me know if you're interested in anything that I have here."
Real quick,
I
is there I know it's not on here, but the barrier tattoo. Is that something that might be...
I haven't mastered those yet.
Okay.
I'm still training on the magical tattoos. It's an art in and of itself.
I gotta go put my youngest to sleep. I'll be back.
All right, man. Hit him with a
Man.
suplex.
I'd really like that
Works
ghost
real good.
tattoo if I had enough gold. Dang.
Yeah,
What
how much
you
do
like?
how much do these cost?
So the Ghost Step tattoo is 5,000 gold pieces. You guys do remember that you are here, this was mentioned way back. You're supposed to be meeting with the Dawn Commander here, and he's going to give you your sign-on bonus, sign your contract for future contracts, like how much money you're going to be getting for every job, stuff like that.
I'm gonna get a
So
sign
you
on.
have some money. So you get a sign-on bonus, so you have some money coming your way.
Okay, so we could wait for that and then come back and get a tattoo.
I mean, the day is new. You could meet with him today if you wanted to.
So
Okay.
now, I know, like in the real world, prior service members don't get bonuses for re-enlisting. Does that mean that DragCon can't get a sign-on bonus?
You'll get a bonus. A bonus was offered to you. This is
Prior
not the real
service?
world.
Because I know veterans get screwed all the time. That's why DragCon's so
Yeah.
angry.
You get
You
you get a bonus
would
for
get,
getting
you
us
would get
in
a
there.
sign-on bonus.
No, you don't get a sign-on bonus. You get a bonus for getting us in there.
A
Either
sign-on.
way, he gets a recruitment bonus.
Oh yeah,
I'm very
Which
curious.
is like
oh, sorry.
8%. No, go ahead.
I would just ask him here the different prices because they vary quite significantly.
So for tattoos, I run minimum price. So if you look at the item, it is minimum price.
I am.
This is me as the DM saying
about
that.
the Lifewell and Coiling Grasp tattoos.
Ah, yes, those are quite popular. I could easily perform one. There's a multitude of designs that are possible for each of those tattoos. If you just
Now-
tell me what you're interested in.
Well, that's the thing. Does it really matter on what type of person it is? Like the different types of skin.
Not
you can have
really.
Dragonborn. You can have human. Maybe.
I can perform these tattoos on anybody. If you have skin or anything like skin, I can do it.
How about something like, and I'll just give a low key whistle, and you'll see Mr. Pibbles jump up out of my shadow.
You want me to tattoo a cat?
I think Mr. Pibbles here wants a tattoo.
How are we to keep the cat still while I'm giving it the tattoo?
Mr. Pibbles, would you like a tattoo?
Animal cruelty?
There you go. He's all for it.
So I just have to be forthright here. I've never tattooed an animal before.
I actually have a question for Kelly. I've taken my animals to the vet a lot, and the cats never act like needles phase them. I don't know if y'all have noticed that. Like my cats have gotten a lot of shots, but like, do cats even have a pain tolerance when it comes to needles?
They do. It just honestly depends on how and where it's being placed.
Yeah, anytime they go get like the rabies shots or something, it's just like they're just like looking around,
Butt
like
muscle.
they don't even care.
The shot's gonna be done in the butt muscle. I assure you, they'll probably feel it if they ever get fluids.
Ah, okay.
It's just
So-
what kind of drugs is being administered. There's ketamine over that.
I will say, the way I run magical tattoos, it is not an item, it is a process to imbue the tattoo. If you want it removed, only somebody capable of imbuing one can remove the tattoo. So it is pretty permanent once you get it. Just like a real one.
Unless it's used once you use the magical ability.
Now,
Then
what if
that's
somebody?
the case, it disappears.
What if somebody, let's say, goes to Hades and gets their skin filleted off their body?
Haven't thought about that possibility.
Okay, all right. I'm just
They get
asking for a
tattooed
friend.
on their hand, but then they get their arm chopped off.
Then you would no longer have it.
What
If
if
you're
you still
holding a
held
magic
it?
sword and your hand gets cut off while you're holding it, are you
What
still
if you
holding
get
the
a greater
magic sword?
restoration or cause the to grow back?
It wouldn't be there anymore.
Okay. But what
Pussy
if,
wants
let's
a cat
say,
tattoo.
it was the said wizard, and the wizard took the skin off of his recently chopped off arm, and he used it to bind his spell book as like the bounding of his spell book.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, all right, fine.
Hey, let's talk about putting a tattoo on a cat.
How many?
On the
Let's
pussy.
stop
Put a
here.
tattoo on the pussy.
How many?
If you can
cats
sedate
do you have?
the cat and keep it still, I will do it. As inhumane as this sounds, she says, "You know, I'm vegan. I
Show your soul
Anyway.
to it.
Well,
This is your turn.
5,500
Sorry.
gold. I have none of that.
5,000.
Oh well.
Well, one is 5,000. The other is 100, so it's 5,100 actually.
Ah, okay.
How many tattoos? do you have?
5,100. You can have 5,100. You can
What was
get
the
it
question?
either from the group loot or from me.
What was the question, Harold?
How many tattoos can we have?
As many as you can fit on your body.
Yeah, they all require attunement. That's the thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how many tattoos can you be attuned to?
As many as you can fit
5.
on your body. You could have all 5 of your attunement slots to tattoos if you wanted to.
Oh, so it uses up one of your attunement slots.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
But I found out not that long ago, apparently familiars can attune to things.
They can.
So I would like Mr. Pibbles to have some cool tattoos.
How are you even going to see the tattoo when the hair grows back?
You don't need to see them.
Okay.
I mean,
They
true.
do cool stuff. So, if anyone can spot me, 5,100 gold. So we can ink up my cat.
1,100. Wait, what do you?
5,100.
5,100.
So I think I
Man.
dropped 10k on the. I think I dropped 10k on the tuning fork. So I think my character only has like $2,000 left.
All right, look. Take 100 out of the group gold, and then I'll give them 5,000.
Somebody please deduct it from the group bag.
I will deduct it from the group. I have a group thing on my treasury, but I will put it in the notes of the group. I think I have that somewhere in my notes, or isn't it in the?
Well spent.
Yes.
To tattoo a
Oh
cat.
my gosh, dude. That was expensive, even for Bond. Bond's like,
Mr.
fuck! No.
Mr. Pibbles has come in clutch in a few situations, alright? We're
Yeah.
investing in our future. Nah,
So you're putting the Lifewell tattoo on Mr. Pibbles?
Yes.
She walks up. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. As she goes to grab Mr. Pibbles. Does he let her?
I guess, because I can control them, so sure.
Okay, she takes him up and puts him on the tattoo table and begins shaving your cat so she can tattoo it. Does Mr. Pibbles care?
Does Pibbles care?
Let's see. I mean, he feels a way about it.
Does he need to be
What
scrubbed?
way?
Mr. Pibbles swats at her hand and hisses at her.
It's alright, he's just gangster like that. He does have like a metal chain that he wears.
He thought life about that way. He said, "Not with the blood."
All right. Do you have any preference for design for the tattoo?
Yeah. Let's let him get the symbol of the brimstone witch on there.
And I assume you show her the symbol.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it's literally like it's what I wear. Spread my brooch.
All right. She makes the little print off of it, puts it against his skin, leaves the marking, and begins tattooing your cat.
Nice.
Needle gun and everything going.
And then I guess on the other side we'll do, because he's a part of the group, man. So he'll get it
Yeah.
in that inlay of saying, what's the name of our stupid group? Oh my god.
Motley Crest.
There you go, Motley Crest. He gets it where like it
We need to
starts
get a
off on the
symbol.
rib and it kind of comes up to his neck, so he gets like a little bit of one of those neck tattoos.
Somebody needs to make a symbol. I'll make a symbol. I got you.
Okay. All right. It takes about 2 hours, and she gets your cat tatted up.
So he got
apply.
two.
Yeah. So the other one, that's going to be 30 gold for the second tattoo.
Or 100 gold, but yeah, it's for the coiling grass.
Well, yeah, but you only. Oh, you're putting 2 tattoos on him. I thought you were. I thought one of them was non-magical.
No, two
Oh.
tattoos.
Okay. Never mind. So yeah, 5,100 gold. There you go. As she hands Mr. Pibbles back to you, and he's like, "Rawr!" Just angry that he got tattooed.
Now he's gonna
See,
have
though?
to not bathe that spot for 5 days.
Yes, and apply this lotion anytime the skin appears dry.
As soon as I start to put it on there, all of a sudden you just see a bunch of just black inky tendrils shoot out of him and smack him in the face, and then he's just gone. So that's a thing you can do now.
Okay.
After that, I'm going to roll back over to the inn, and I'm going to start making potions. If somebody can pick up some
Hill Giant rum.
Giant rum.
Yeah.
I will be looking for
vials
it.
of it. That would be helpful.
Can I also look for the Hill Giant rum so I can get that heroic potion?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could always ask them just back at the Heroes Guild to check their special stash and see if they have any Hill Giant rum.
All right, I will do that then.
And
Especially
just like
with comp.
small supply.
Actually, we go
So-
meet with the Dawn Commander.
There's also a gun store.
I want my money, Gavin. I spent $5,000 on a tattoo.
That's true.
Tattoo. On a tattoo.
On a cat
On
too.
a tattoo.
Not a cat?
Is there an instrument store for us bards?
There is.
I'm just kidding.
Really?
I mean, there's music stores, sure. You don't know if the music, like the instruments they have, will be magical or not, but you can always buy instruments.
Well, I mean, I would like to look for magical instruments specifically.
Yeah. You can always look for that. You guys decide what is happening next, whether you want to go do some more shopping or whether you want to have this meeting. I'll let you guys decide.
Anybody want to catch me up on some speed?
Hey, Brandon, you're here. All right.
Mr. Pibbles has tattoos now.
Wait, there's a tattoo shop? What the fuck?
Yeah,
He's
there's a
all
tattoo
padded up
shop.
like a thug.
Alright.
So let me think. I'll go through it. Let me know if I missed something. So, construction's already started in Calamlux. The goblins are there, and they're sort of just rebuilding the whole town. The Archon finally introduced himself to the group. Gave away some scrolls, and he gave Anand his staff. You guys are in a city called Wedgemont now for a war council that was to be scheduled in 3 days. It has currently only been a day, so you have 2 days left. And you're in the city that you need to be in. A war council on how to proceed with the rest of the war against the Primal Vold. So you know that the Volanshire Alliance is going to be there. You know that the dwarves are going to be there too, so that should be fun. You also know that the samurai and the shogun from Ebonmass are going to be there, as well as the kingdom of Northreach, which is home to the Skalder humans, basically Vikings, pretty much, are going to be there too. When you guys were leaving Calamlux, you saw into the fog and you heard this like roaring, moaning sound that I described as being somewhere between the pitch of like a dragon roar and like the moan of a whale. Not really menacing, but just long, eerie moans, as well as seeing an incomprehensibly large silhouette of some kind of beast that is in the Wailing Mire to the southeast of Calamlux. And it's not news that there's something in there, but the details, not a lot of details. So you guys have pretty much seen as much of this thing, or more of this thing than anybody has. But it is common knowledge, at least among people who are important officials, that something is in the Wailing Mire that you probably don't want to fuck with. And after an 18-hour drive, you guys arrived at Wedgemont. We're introduced to the leader, or at least the person who claims to be the leader, of a adventuring party called Oni by the name of Rizaru Ichi, that was described as wearing a hoodie, jeans, and what is essentially Converse. Wearing a rapier on his back, and he carries a wand tucked in his belt loop.
He also had a cloak of protection until I stole it.
Yeah, he stole his cloak of protection by pickpocketing him, because he acted all high and mighty, and they pissed him off, so he pickpocketed him.
Who's the old guy with glasses?
The Archon.
I meant. Never mind.
Yeah, I gotta wear glasses now.
I mean,
Hey,
you're
it
preaching to the
doesn't-
choir.
It doesn't look bad, man.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
So, yeah, after, I haven't had my eyes checked since 2012, and then got them checked, and they're like, yeah,
That'll do
so you need to get your eyes, you need glasses.
I've had glasses since I
It's,
was 6 years old, so
I could see that.
And that's what made him a
I think it
nerd.
was 12.
yep.
No,
I remember being in
27.
I remember being in first grade and complaining that I couldn't read anything off of the board at the front of the room. That's how they first kind of caught on to that.
Yeah,
I'm, tw- I'm,
I was going to
27.
say, yeah.
I just,
My wife's
I just
about to
can't
do it.
see.
She's tired of glasses. She's like, I don't want glasses anymore. I'm like, okay, let them laser beam your eyes.
All right,
But
well,
that's where you guys are now. There's some shops. There's the tattoo parlor. You guys also saw there's a gun store, and you guys also saw that, well, you would already know, that there's an inventory at the Heroes Guild location within Wedgemont. Which you would know, Orgrim, Wedgemont is a point of contention between several kingdoms. Both the humans of Ebonmass and the humans of Northreach believe this city belongs to them. And they were once at war over this city. They're at a truce, sort of a mandated truce, because King Wraithhelm basically told them enough and put in place a mandatory ceasefire, and so they stopped. But the two kingdoms are not fans of each other, and they're both going to be at this war council.
awesome. Got it. So I know when to put my foot in someone's ass.
Yeah.
I've already stole a couple gold from somebody that was looking bad looks at Nond.
Oh, it's okay.
Thank
It doesn't
you.
matter. I don't care about any of that. This is war council shit. Again, I'm a
Yeah. So
I'm
we
a-
do have
I'm a consulate. I don't like your minuscule amounts of debauchery of
Thievery.
oh, he hurt him. He hurt his feelings. He doesn't care. He just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Nice.
And
I say we
also,
go talk to the commander for the gold.
Yeah, so that was the next item on the agenda, Brandon. You were going to be meeting with Don Commander, his name is in here, Ulrich Zetgarth, to
Oh.
discuss the contract. And you also know that you, Orgrim, will be taking some degree of a leadership role within the coming conflict, mainly over the Volanshir Alliance's involvement in the war.
Look at my.
As it should be. So they're shopping, right?
Actually, they were about to go meet with the Don Commander now, because they need
That's
money, and he promised them money.
Yes.
Okay. Then let's go.
Look at
want
what I
money.
just linked in chat. It's my new item I got before you got here.
Nice.
I don't think you can open it.
Maybe when I drag it.
Yep,
Now
that's the
you
difference.
So I would have said that I wouldn't have gone with them until they were ready to go meet, because I was making things happen with my weapons.
No, I got you. And there's another thing that I said that you were involved with too when you weren't here, because I figured you probably would have been. You were talking to the chief architect from the Goblins and making sure everything went well with the reconstruction of Callum Lux.
According to my plans, not theirs.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Brandon, what was that thing that you put on my rifle? Can you drop that in the chat? It was the double shot.
Yeah, so pretty much all it is that your big rifle that used to only do one shot and you had to put it down, it now does 2 shots. That's it. That's the only thing. It now does
With
does
one,
2 shots
with
instead
one
of-
bullet.
No.
Well, okay. Is that all it does?
Give me a second. I gotta pull
Okay.
up the file.
While you're looking at that,
Copy.
we'll go ahead and be moving on to the meeting.
Yeah.
So-
Just for your info, my weapons now do 2d6 instead of 1d6.
For the fire?
No, for my piercing weapons. My
Okay.
pull-ons now do 2d6.
Gotcha. Okay.
I just,
Cool.
every time I do upgrades, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. All right. So you approach the Citadel, and about the time that you're approaching the Citadel, appears to be there's some other new arrivals as well. And it sort of makes your blood boil a little bit, Orgrim, as you see a legion of dwarves making their way through the city. with a large like horse-drawn carriage in the middle of this very organized march of dwarves, which you imagine to be the dwarven king Razar Wraithelm. You guys are secessionists, so you do not wish to join the Wraithelm Empire, even though he desperately wants you to. That's sort of the source of the conflict between your two kingdoms / organizations.
He just scoffs as he goes by. Spits on the ground. He's making his displeasing known.
Understood.
Mute us.
So, as you approach...
do I actually see him?
No, you don't actually see the king. He's in a very well-fortified carriage.
I'll probably see him in the thing.
Oh yeah, you would likely see him at the War Council.
That's a good thing, because I'm going to have words.
So, making your way to the Citadel, you enter, and it appears as though he was definitely expecting you, even though you guys are early. You're led back to a conference room by a couple guards just carrying like bayonet rifles. And as you enter the room, you see what appears to be a hulking human man. Even as a human, he's still almost 7 feet tall. He looks to be in his like late 40s, early 50s, has a long blonde braided beard. Try saying that 3 times fast. And he turns around and says, "Ah, Motley Crest. Pleasure as always. I didn't get the chance to properly introduce myself to you the last time we spoke. So, I am Don Commander Ulrich Zetgarth, and it is my deepest honor to welcome you, as well as yourself, High Consular."
And as you as well.
Now, I guess we can dispense with the pleasantries. After all, no adventurer ever does anything for free. Not that you should. I wish to ensure your deepest level of cooperation with the operation that is upcoming. In fact, I wish to place you at the front of the charge of each of the operations that is upcoming. We will discuss this more at the War Council, but needless to say, the added danger and the added responsibility does warrant some compensation. Would you not agree?
Oh,
It does.
yes, please.
So I'm willing to offer you 10,000 gold to sign on,
Each?
as well as your contract would ensure 5,000 gold upon the completion of every successful venture.
Does that include rights to anything we find during said battle?
Of course.
Okay.
Can I use persuasion to see if we can get, say, certain stocks and supplies afforded to us?
Depends what you say. Make your point.
All right. Obviously, this is going to be, on top of the danger, it's going to be quite costly. It would be good if we could be provided with provisions and food and supplies and whatnot for our war effort and for us to lead the charge. But you want us to be successful, obviously.
He pauses for a moment and says, I do not wish to be rude, but who are you?
Oh, Rodrigo Montoya.
The artist.
And swordsman. And musician. And artist. And performer. And adventurer. And etc.
And are you here answering the call for gold-ranked adventurers?
Oh, absolutely.
I see. So what are you proposing? As I was to hire Motley Crest for this. Motley Crest, would you want him to accompany you in this venture? After all, I do notice that you are unfortunately down some members, and rest her soul, you have my condolences.
I
He
can't
is
speak for them.
one of... Is he not like our new member.
If you stay,
Well,
I
I guess he was. Well, I guess he was traveling with us. If he would like to stay traveling with us and help us in the fight, he is more than welcome to. At least that's how I speak for it. And he's more than welcome on my ship.
grateful.
He's the first to have not judged me based on my appearance, so I don't loathe the idea of his company.
I
Well, then,
blush a little bit.
I will
make a-
count him
I make
among
a
your
persuasion.
squad.
Can I make the persuasion check now?
Yeah, you can make a persuasion check.
Good. I have a plus 15, so I just really wanted to roll the dice. It doesn't even matter if it's a nat 1 with a plus 15.
But Dracon, though. Ugh.
So he says to you, I can offer a little more gold, but as far as our actual stocks, that is currently indispensable. After all, I do have other soldiers, and supplies are already thin as it is. However, I can offer you an extra bonus to your sign-on bonus, another 2,000 gold. That is the best that I can do.
That should cover it.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
So how much is our sign-on how much is our gold that we're getting now?
12k
12
each.
Yeah, 12k each. And, High Consular,
Yes.
I will be assigning the Volanshire Alliance to this squad. Motley Crest will fight with them. You are to command their troops in battle. If you agree.
Of course, I mean, there's no one better besides, of course, the prince himself, but I'd rather him stay out of the fray as much as possible, as he is the prince.
That is quite noble
The
of you.
Prince of Longbottom.
And,
And might I say, your confrontation towards me in Precipice did leave an impression. I admire your will.
good. I don't like when people that are willing to fight get pushed to the side because of one thing or another. If they have the courage to fight, and they have the strength to do so, then they should. But I will say, there is going to be one problem we're going to have at this war council.
And what is that?
The Dwarven King.
Yes, he will be present.
If he doesn't
Look.
keep his tongue in his mouth about the Volanshire Alliance, I will cut it out of it.
There will be
Nice.
no violence at this war council. I already have enough to worry about between Ebonmast and
There will-
Northreach attending as well.
I will be there to help solidify that without a problem.
Don't instigate, is what he's saying.
I don't plan to, but he will. I know him. He has tried to instigate more than once, every chance he gets. So if you don't mind speaking with him, and I don't mind having private counsel with him after, but at war,
says-
or at the war council, there is no speak of the Volanshire Alliance in him.
Or your sovereignty, I will assure it.
Good. If he wants
And-
to speak of that afterwards, me and him can have private counsel and do that.
And let it be known that while I once called Northreach home and was once part of the Wraithhelm Empire, I have since cut those ties. My allegiances are my own, and my allegiances are to this cause. I would like to make sure that this war council stays on point.
I will be there to help and assist as much as possible because I am the voice of the Volanshire Alliance.
Very good.
That is why I am not with Montley Crest, because I have other obligations if ever need be.
He says, now, he dings a bell. This is your credit chip. For this, within the city, you can use it to exchange for anything up to the amount of 12,000 gold, as well as the fact that if there's any remainder, my accountant will settle that for you.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Nice.
And I believe that settles it until the War Council, unless you had any other matters that you wish to discuss.
See you in 2 days.
I
He
can't
kind of
think
gives a salute and walks out.
of anything.
Before you leave, he looks up and he says, "By the way, which?"
I don't think I'm there. I said I was staying back at the.
Did you?
Yeah, make potions out of the tattoo. Unless I just needed to be there.
You kind of. I
Unless-
think you kind of need to be there.
Okay, then I guess I'm there. I don't know.
He says,
Everywhere.
he says, "In the coming weeks, you may be hearing from me personally. We have a great deal of magical research being constructed, as well as our present alumni of Zulu Makir College. Your expertise could be valuable too."
Yes. And I do believe. Do you know what he is looking for? What? This. What's his name? The big
Shalkor?
bad. Do you know what Shalkor is looking for?
I believe fragments of the Eternium crystal. That is my working theory. I believe he is trying to build something,
Yes, we
whether
found-
it's some
and I
kind of
pull it out.
weapon.
I pulled this out of. We pulled this out of the Yithgamor, and I pull out the giant fucking crystal. He is looking for these, and that is what he is after.
Yes, and I have heard of various beasts being powered by these crystals as well. This
yes,
is not.
the Yithgamor was
Yes.
powered by this.
There's new kinds of Vold. We'll discuss it at the council, but their science officers have been quite busy. Let me assure you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we happen to see some colossal behemoth up in the skies earlier that had tendrils and a dragon's head. Any idea on what that might have been about?
Do you speak of the entity in the Wailing Mire?
Yep.
We have
Yeah.
not yet received a physical description of this beast, as simply approaching the area is fatal. If you can provide any details on that, that would be extremely helpful.
We have the information you need.
Sure. And I'll cast Major Image, which will give a picture, a portrait, if it were, of kind of what we saw got described to us by the other members of the party.
That's
It's not wrong.
enormous.
Yeah.
That's what.
The Tarask of Legends pales in comparison to the scale of this thing.
Yeah,
This
well,
isn't-
I'm sure we'll run into it eventually.
This is
Yeah.
troubling, but thank you for your insight.
Probably not. We never get to fight cool stuff like that.
Also, in the corner of the Major Image, there's a little meme cat that just pops up and then just goes away.
I support this.
Well, thank you for your insight, and I surely thank you for your cooperation. Perhaps in the future we can, if your service is outstanding enough, we can speak on further rewards. But on that, I believe our business is concurred.
So, just to clarify, are we getting paid now?
Right
or-
now.
You get paid now, yes.
Alright, let me throw
He
12.
gave you a credit chip just so you're not hauling like 100-pound bags of gold around with you, but
I will take
Um,
7,000. Vaughn, you get the 5,000 that you spent for me back.
okay.
Sir?
So you get 17,000, Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Why is he giving him gold?
Because I
Because Sean
paid
does
for one of
that.
his tattoos.
Well, that too. But Sean also does that. He likes to give away
Yeah.
his gold, but then ask for people to pay for things for him.
That's genius, though.
So,
Nothing for me to keep up with.
Order wants to go to the tattoo shop.
So let me add my 12 to this. So.
And there, done that. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I need some more
Oh.
tattoos.
I
I've
am
done a couple
dripping
battles.
in cash now. My heavens.
Homie Thug Life.
Indeed.
I mean, mine are never going to be visible, really. But
Look, they use the layaway option. I have the party's layaway option.
all right, so yeah, let's go do the thingamajiggers there, Gavin.
All right. So as you enter, and think you missed the description. It's a Skalder human female, tons of tattoos, tons of piercings, dark eyeliner, black lipstick, wearing a red tube top, and she's got like a bunch of ear piercings, belly button piercings, lip piercing, and appears to be wearing tight leather black pants. Human female.
Sounds like all the people I hung out with in high school.
Long blonde hair, like in like a side ponytail.
100%.
The people that the only thing she's cutting is herself, and the only thing she's tattooing is other people.
Oh, so actually, I wanted to. Tony already knows this fact, but all of y'all are invited to my wedding next year in April. It's on the 12th. It's on a Friday. Just to let y'all know.
Cool.
You're gonna have to remind some people, bro.
All right, let's follow with the game. We probably won't make it to the War Council tonight, or maybe we'll see. But
all right, what tattoo? Like, come on, what tattoos you got? Come on, give me your list.
Yep, I'll give you the list.
I'll make this. We can make this real quick if you would have handed me the list 10 minutes ago.
List for the gun shop.
It was for the gun shop. Any magical tattoo requires an attunement slot, man. So.
Dude, I still have.
Just find out. Let you know.
I have some attunement slots. Okay, don't worry.
Did you text me that, Brandon?
We'll get to the gun shop after he finishes with this.
Okay.
If we make it to the War Council, we make it. If we don't, we don't. I'm not trying to rush.
I just want to know what it does.
Same.
What does? Did you see the list?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm reading it.
Okay. And they also offer non-magical tattoos as well. So just for flavor, you want to get a tattoo, you can.
I can dig it.
By the way, Gavin, while this is going on, I know I'm kind of working on my expertise. Do I get points for all these potions that I make, even though we don't have official downtime?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't think we ever set up like an official point system for your expertise, did we?
We kind of did, of how many points I have to accumulate, but like, I make a lot of stuff in between actual.
How many do you have set down? And I'll tell you how many you've gotten since.
Where is it? I can tell you here.
Since you guys have already been there. Continue.
52 out of 250.
52 out of 250. Okay, I'd say you've made probably 30 to 40 potions since then. I mean, you've made a lot of potions lately.
I do make a lot of potions.
So, you know what? Just because I'm feeling generous, you got 100 points now.
No, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll take it.
Oh, are these the items that are being sold there?
The items that are at the Heroes Guild, yes.
Oh, hey, I didn't realize that was up.
And while you're looking at those tattoos, Brandon, is it okay if I go ahead and move on to the gun store with Nick?
Yeah, do your thing. I'm reading, so.
Okay, cool. All right, so you walk into Shooty Face McGee. That's literally the name of the gun store, and you see. Well, you see a couple things when you first walk in. For starters, the door to this place is not in a safe location because it's literally downrange. So you walk in and immediately a target's head gets blown off right next to you. You see a black dragonborn standing behind the counter. And he's like, "Hello! The name's Cleebor."
Oh.
Welcome.
The name's Bond.
I assume you're looking for some firearms. Some iron.
I mean, maybe. It depends on what you have.
I'll go ahead and share the list. God, I can't wait for you to read this.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Yellow butt. You what? Secret.
Hey, that infernal Aegis is sick if I didn't have a god tier shield already.
Hold on.
Which one are you looking at?
I'm going down the list, man. What the fuck?
Oh, I want that. Hey,
What is
that,
the first one?
It's like
It's a
Tastic
slight-
McNastic. It's a shotgun.
Yeah. Okay.
Gavin, this ring doesn't
interesting.
say that it requires. It doesn't say anything about attunement. I want
Which
to
ring?
confirm. The occult ring of convergent force.
It does not require attunement.
I want that.
It's only 200 gold.
I'll take it.
All right, deduct the gold, drag it into your inventory.
What item was that?
It's the one you didn't get.
What?
The occult ring of convergent force.
Oh god.
That is gonna be so useful for me. Because there's nothing scarier than a disintegrate radiant beam.
I'll take the Wisplight Lantern for sure.
Yeah, deduct the gold, drag it into your inventory.
Is it always the low end?
It's double minimum for items, so
Okay,
that's
that'd be
1,000 gold.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I'll take that.
So, Gavin,
What's up?
I am gonna get 2 items.
From the tattoo shop or from the Heroes Guild?
One from the tattoo shop, and I'm still looking over the Heroes Guild. But I was asking, the Infernal Aegis, can that also be a tower shield? A great
Yeah,
shield?
I'd say it could be.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
I can always alter it to be a great shield.
That's what I want to ask. But yeah, I'm gonna get the live well tattoo. So how much ever that costs, just let me know, and I'll deduct everything when I'm done buying shit.
So the Lifewell tattoo costs 5,000 gold pieces.
Okay, cool. I have it.
Okay,
Because
you're
I don't.
you're
I
getting
don't-
inked. Just for flavor, what does your tattoo look like?
Oh, dude, it's freaking completely over my body. It's tribal as fuck.
Nice.
Is this like a chest tattoo, a back tattoo, or is this like everywhere?
It's from literally shoulders down.
Nice.
Okay. Drag it into your inventory.
All right. I will do that.
By the way, to clarify, I'm saying it now, so you heard it. I've already said it for them, but for tattoos, I run them a little different. You can only get them applied at a tattoo shop. No pressing the needle against your skin thing. And same thing, you can only get them removed from a tattoo shop. So if you ever want to unattune, you have to go to a shop for that.
That's fair.
So you can't get the tattoo and then attune to it later on?
No, it is right then and there.
Gotcha.
The time it takes to put the tattoo on your body is the time it takes for attunement.
I'm gonna
Okay.
need someone to get a tattoo and then get the apprentice to do it and then ask for like this really cool thing, but get the Walmart smiley face instead.
Wait, you're doing what now?
I desperately need somebody to just go and be like, I'm gonna need this giant tattoo, and then eventually just settle for this Walmart smiley face instead.
That would be perfect. Yes.
All right, Gavin. You're gonna have to tell me my total.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, I don't care about that one.
And I saw your message, Rodrigo. We'll circle
Alright.
around to that.
I know these things are resistant to force, but it's okay. I don't care. I want the force gauntlet, the Wisplight lantern, the belt of
The
Dwarven
Wisplight
Kind-
Lantern has already been purchased.
Okay, cool. The Infernal Aegis and the belt of Dwarven Kind.
So the Wisplight Lantern, Infernal Aegis, and Belt of Dwarven Kind. Oh wait, you
Force-
can't get not the Wisplight Lantern. What was the thing you said before that?
The Force Light Gauntlet.
The Force Gauntlets. So the Force Gauntlets are 1,000 gold. The Belt of Dwarven Kind is also 1,000 gold, and the Infernal Aegis is 10,000 gold. So you're looking at a lot of money, like 17,000 for the tattoo and those 3 items.
Hey, for the Willem, is that
on.
attunement? The whale?
William William
William,
does
yeah.
not require attunement.
All right,
I
so
want to
I'm,
buy that one.
I'm not gonna get the Force Light Gauntlets because it's force damage, and these things are freaking resistant to force damage. But I am gonna get the other 2.
Okay.
This is gonna be
And
so
then
scary.
I want to.
So that's 16,000. Do
Wow.
you have that?
What do you need, bro?
Listen. Can we drop it down a little bit? Like, let's just say, because for battle, I'm just trying to upgrade it. Let's say drop it down another 2,000.
Make
Drop
a
2,000 gold.
persuasion check.
All right. Yeah, because I'm good at freaking charisma checks.
I know the diplomat, terrible at charisma. You're not asking for a huge discount, so I wasn't setting the DC very high. That'll work fine. 14. Well, let's see. It would be 9,000 from the place you're asking for, because of 5,000 from the other place. 9,000 it is. So it's gonna cut. So yeah, Brandon, for all those, it's 14K.
All right. Cool.
And you said you're buying William.
Yes.
I was hoping you'd get that gun.
Dude, I have persuasion. I have expertise in persuasion. And
I thought you just
I'm
had
proficient
proficiency
athletic.
in
No,
in persuasion.
No, dude, it gave me
Expertise.
expertise.
Oh, okay.
When I drew that card, it gave me expertise because I think I already had persuasion proficiency.
For those who want to see what it does, there's William.
Yeah, look at that shit. It's ridiculous on what you have to do, but the payout is so good if you get everything like down.
Sounds like marriage.
6d12 of any type of damage
Once a day.
once a day. That still don't matter. It's not. It doesn't require attunement.
Hey, Gavin, can I buy the Devil's Detail eye patch and sell 2 items while I'm here?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you selling?
I'm going to sell one of my cloaks of protection because I stole one and I already had one.
You're selling the dude's cloak of protection?
Yep, right away. And I don't think the Wand of Technomancy is worth an attunement slot, so I was going to get rid of that as well. Which I can give whoever back the 500 gold if they want it, or if they want it back. You want the
You're
Wand
getting
of
rid of the
Technomancy?
Wand of Technomancy?
I was looking through my stuff and I have like 2 other things I want to be attuned
It
to.
has synchronicity on it.
Do you want it back? I don't know. I never used this.
Oh, give it back.
Hold your magical items like
I
the
thought
rest
you were
of
gonna
us?
use it.
Let's see. How do I?
There. Once you drag it into your inventory, you got it back.
Yes.
Drag it by the dragon. So the cloak of
Okay.
protection only cuts off 100 gold, though. You get 100 gold back for selling the cloak of protection.
Yeah. Well, the Devil's Detail eye patch cost 100 gold, so it's like an even swap for me then.
Well, probably costs 200. I'm guessing.
It's 200.
Yeah. So it costs 200. So that only costs you 100 gold.
Okay.
So you know how to drag things from parcels into your inventory? Just click the dragon symbol and drag it into the inventory tab. With your inventory tab open, that matters on your character sheet.
Yep. I think I got it already.
Cool.
Oh wait.
Scroll of Heroes Feast is 20,000?
Yes. Devil's Detail. eye
So
patch.
I do scrolls at half price. So it would be whatever half of that is. So I guess what, 9,950?
10,000 for that? Nah.
That's a
I
lot.
was also thinking about the yellow butt. The yellow butt.
Say the whole thing.
Oh, what's the last word?
Udders.
Udders. Oh my gosh, yellow butt udders. Okay. I don't know if I want that one.
And
You know
the
you
name of
want
the and it says in the description the name of the gun is inscribed in large font onto the side of the barrel.
Nice.
Can I mount that one on the back of the car?
Did you mount the what?
the yellow butt udders on the back of the car.
Yes, you could. And by the way, that quote in there is I'm saying is Elvish, but it's actually Latin for "my nipples are burning." The quote at the top.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, taking action, being subjected. Okay, that's
My nipples are burning.
Lord.
What's wrong with you?
6d4 piercing, 1d4 fire, 1d4 radiant. Should I get it? It's gonna cost me 5,000.
It's gonna cost you 10,000.
Ooh,
It's gonna cost me 10,000.
subtle
and-
flex.
William costs 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
Shit. Fuck that. Yeah, I can buy that easily. William's mine, bitch. Oh, I'm taking William.
It's okay.
Um,
I still have 10,000 gold pieces
Sus.
left.
You didn't even need the discount. Okay.
Okay. So I like the weapons, but do you have any specialty ammo?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment, huh? Damn it. Okay. Do you know happen to know
Farina.
where I can buy hold on 1 second. What I texted you? Hold on. Do you happen to know where I can buy? No, it's bullets because they could say it comes in arrows, bullets, not in the description. But
Yeah,
when
I
I'm
mean, it
looking at-
can. Yeah, it can.
So, do you have any bullets of slaying?
Unfortunately, I do not.
Or
Fresh
know
out.
where I can get some?
Unfortunately not. I can get them in stock, but it would take a little while.
How long?
Few days. 3-4 days, maybe.
3-4 days.
Mm.
And can you get them before the council?
Probably not.
Hmm.
I can have them sent to you. You could pick them up later.
Yeah, we can do that. It's fine. How much? For 2 of them.
I'm looking it up. Ugh.
Yeah, but they're
For 2,
100 apiece.
they're not 100 apiece.
I know.
So for 2 of those,
Yeah.
it's gonna cost 10,000 gold pieces for 2 of these bullets.
I
Well,
figured
then.
that was the fucking price, the cost of the thing.
I do minimum pricing for ammunition, but
Yeah, I know. Yeah, these are fucking expensive bullets.
That's an understatement, sir.
Yeah, I know.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, so I have I have 17,000 of credit. Okay, so I just spent 1,000 and down to 16. Yeah, fuck it. I'll buy 2 of them and just send them to me.
I will have them delivered to you. If I have to find a wizard to present them to you in person, I will do it.
Sounds good.
Now, what about...
I don't keep you the money. I put it towards y'all. It goes in the family bag, and y'all keep spending it.
These
Oh,
names.
We have it random.
1d12 piercing, 1d4 acid, 1d. You gain. Do I have to attune to that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it requires attunement. Dude, my attunement slots are all kind of used up, bud. I am afraid I do not have room in my arsenal for that.
Oh, we got booted.
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 From what?
And
Did anybody else get booted?
I have not got booted
I'm
yet.
still-
I have not got
Neither.
booted. I am still here.
Oh. Okay, everyone else is still here.
No, no, no.
Sure, I'm sure we will be.
All right.
tomorrow.
So, after Harold's been waiting very patiently, is it okay if we circle around to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh, come on, Fantasy Grounds.
Because obviously
So-
we're not getting to the War Council tonight.
I mean, we'll see. So, Harold, for starters,
Oh, fair.
the play does come into town. And it draws quite an audience. So, you take up your role in this play, the hero, Rodrigo Vontoya. And you get to the dueling scene as you cut the other guy's rapier in half, and he surrenders and gives back the kingdom to those it belongs to. And you get the girl, and you have your onstage kiss or whatever, and The crowd goes wild.
Yes.
As well as the members of Motley Crest do appear to be in the area as the play occurs. They just have to be passing by. So they see your... What's that?
Does anyone attend?
Does anybody attend his play?
I'm too busy.
Okay. Well, not him.
Of course.
I guess I passed by.
If we're invited,
Say
then
in class.
I'll attend.
Yeah.
I would assume Rodrigo would have invited the group, right?
Yes. Yes, indeed. I told them all about my play.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've been playing in character this whole time.
I'm delegating matters, so I'm not there.
Acceptable excuse.
Nah,
I still gotta work.
I'll be there. In fact,
I'll
I'll
go.
be there, and I'll buy. Do you have like the little bouquets that you can give to the actors after the thing?
They do, and there's a souvenir shop.
I'll pick up one of the bouquets.
Okay.
That's so
'Cause I actually have
kind.
money. For the first time.
Yeah, so that bouquet costs you a single gold piece.
Forever.
So I'm gonna buy 5 of them, and I'm gonna send them to him with a note that says, "I'm sorry, I couldn't attend, but here's my gift to you." And I want like 5 of the most extravagant ones they have.
Okay. Couple bouquets of 2 dozen roses. Like
Yeah, I
5
want,
of them.
5 of them.
And they are given to you by an attendant, as well as a note.
The note that says, and it says P.S. on the bottom, cover the bed in them. The ladies love that.
Wow.
Well, let the man do his play thing, right?
Yeah, do your play. Anything else you wanted to add to the details of the play? The plot? Any scenes?
Just the name. It's the Prince Groom.
Prince who?
The Prince Groom.
The Prince
The
Groom.
joke. Instead of the Princess Bride, it's the opposite.
I see.
Okay. The Prince Groom. Okay.
Quality. Okay.
So was a woman trying to woo you throughout the course of the play then?
No, not really.
No? Okay.
Here we,
Nope.
here we.
The Prince Groom is just fighting his way through people to save his princess.
Okay. I have a puzzle. One of these is spiked with iocane powder.
There was definitely a scene with poison where I tricked my opponent.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As you wish.
Well, Gavin, you're gonna hate me.
Uh-oh.
I already do. I mean, what?
Yeah, it's just that lovely AC of freaking 30, you know.
Oh, speaking of that, I would like to go to an
Shield's
armor
a bitch.
shop to buy some studded leather or something like that to raise my AC of medium armor.
As far as
Gavin.
magical armor, you're pretty much up to whatever the Heroes Guild has.
What does the Heroes Guild have? Hold on, I'll look.
They
at that.
didn't have any magical leathers.
Gavin, that's without casting shield.
How is that? Oh, I'm gonna have to go through these numbers with you later.
I get +2 for my armor. I get +2 for my shield.
We'll,
I
we'll
get
go over it later.
I get a
They
lot
have
of
a
plus.
cloak of displacement they weren't going to be using. Because that's
Cloak
better
of
than my cloak of
protection.
protection.
No, it's the cloak of protection that. Oh, do we have an extra cloak of displacement?
No,
I
not
thought
an
somebody
extra
was
one.
on the tuning.
What did I?
Oh yeah,
I-
yeah, Lucas. But
I've got one.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, I have a cloak of protection and a freaking ring of protection.
I have a cloak of displacement if anybody wants it. That's what I just unattuned to it yesterday.
Yeah, because that's actually better than I think my cloak of protection, isn't it?
It
Because it gives
depends.
me advantage. It imposes disadvantage on hints. Or on hits.
Cloak of protection also gives you a +1 to your saving throws, so that's where it kind of evens out.
Yeah, my saving throws are actually pretty amazing already.
Bard.
Yeah, Bard. That's why I'm
Yeah.
like, cloak of displacement might actually be better. For me, anyway.
Then if that's what you would like, then
I mean, if you're willing to part with it, I promise I won't try to sell this one.
well, there you
Like,
go.
I'm actually going to attune to it.
I will delete
So-
it from my inventory.
It'll automatically do it once he drags it into his.
Well, you
Oh,
know,
that
let's
is
go.
so cool.
Okay. So as far as the inventory, I didn't really build a shop for this, but it's easy for me to throw one together on the fly. It has that. It has that. Let's see. What about this one? Yeah, let's say it has that in it too.
The Rhythm Maker's drum.
Still working on it. Has that. And that, and it has that.
Ooh. Holy cow.
By the way, do you do the thing we talked about after the play, or are you waiting for that?
Yeah, right after the play, I get changed kind of into myself, out of character. I can finally stop method acting and being in character.
Nice.
I'm just back to being a bard. So
Is Tony gonna do anything?
is Tony here?
Tony, were you interested in
Yeah, I'm
grabbing
here.
anything?
You haven't
So
said anything.
well, I mean, I can't log into Fantasy Grounds, so
Oh,
really-
right. I
Didn't you
forgot
I
about
once
that.
memorize all of this?
no. I mean, there's nothing for me to do, so
Why isn't it
Just
letting you
chilling.
in Fantasy Grounds?
and
He's been
that's
having
a-
that issue
That's a good
lately.
question. Whenever Gavin hosts, it just kicks me out.
Bro, uninstall and reinstall.
I've done that.
Hmm.
I mean, there's nothing for me to do. I never buy anything from shops anyways, so kind of.
Okay.
By the way, Gavin,
What's up?
so for like these different instruments, I'm trying to remember from what I read that like a rare is an uncommon doesn't have a +1, but like a rare has a +1, and then like a
The uncommon
Very
has
rare.
a +1. The
Okay.
rare has a +2, and the very rare has a +3.
what about the legendary?
There isn't one.
What? I thought you.
Hey, so if I get the Elven Chain, that's +1, +2.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be adding much of your dex to your AC. It's better for rogues to
Um,
just stick to light armor.
Gavin, the Olam harp.
Light armor.
The Olam harp says it's legendary and costs like 50,000. I wouldn't be able to get it anyway. So very rare is +3. Okay.
Did
But they only have the +1 variety.
did Sean ever get his the thing that he wanted?
What, the hill giant room?
Yeah.
They have it in like a special supply at the Heroes Guild.
Okay.
So it'll cost you 90 gold.
Well, 90 gold per component.
Yeah.
So, I guess while I'm there, I'll just pick it up since I have the money, and then I'm making stuff.
So there's no light armor in this thing?
No, not at this shop.
So it'll be 207.
Alright, never mind then. I'll stick with the shit I got then.
Alright. Well, while you guys finish up with that, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick, and then maybe we can fit in this War Council tonight. And then after that, that's pretty much what I had planned. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody wants to take a 5.
It's fine. I'm just chilling.
What?
This has been very relaxing.
I will ask, I do go to Lucas and I'm like, so do we need to have somebody on the outside or sneakily putting in there for this council if anything goes sideways? Or do you think we'll be alright?
I don't even know what's expected of us at the council. I would hope considering this is at wartime, that I'm gonna be honest. If we can't even have this thing be defended at a war council during war, this thing's pretty much shot.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I agree. Yeah, anybody who wants to join this conversation can join it. I don't care. Yeah. So I think we
Nod
just
was
go.
already there.
I think we go expecting a fight, but I think we go expecting a fight with like our guard up, but not like sneaking around and making sure something like that.
I'm already expecting a fight.
Sorry, I'm making my to-do list. I think also some potions of advantage would probably be good for us again too.
Now we're talking about going there expecting this to get this somebody, not people in the war council, but maybe other outside forces to be interrupted and
You got those
I'm
and
always
to go to
expecting.
chaos.
Oh,
those
hey,
potions
I
of
thought you said-
maximum power.
I thought you said something like that you weren't going in there for a fight. Huh?
No.
Real quick, since we're here, a nod. I
Yes.
did go ahead and make another potion of maximum power for you.
Yes, thank you. That is what I need.
And Grim, what's your character's name?
Orgrim.
Grim. I remember hearing that you really wanted one of these, so I made one. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, why don't you let me put it in the chat? There we go.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh, it's not the actual item. There we go. Oh, yep, you got it. I do not have any components to make any more of that, unless you can find me some more giant heartstring.
That'll work
Alright.
for now.
I'm back.
Welcome
Welcome back. I am dead.
Actually, and also, do I have dragon acid?
The funny part is that's the only potion I have in my entire inventory.
Well, if you want more of those, I need giant heartstring and dragon acid. I'm fresh out of both of those things.
Well, I can make you dragon acid.
Does that work if he's dragonborn? Can he just, like, acid?
No.
No. I'm not a dragonborn, but I can spit out
He's
acid.
talking
and get
about
you...
Tony's character.
Oh.
No, I told him. I said I can get him dragon acid.
Well, if you
Yeah.
want more of those, dragon acid and giant heartstrings is what I need.
Drakon is a red dragon.
Yeah. I mean, unless you just want him to, carve open your gut or stick something down your throat to get the acid out of your stomach.
No, I'm on.
Acid sample.
I would. Is there any way I could get either? I have parts from the what do you want to call it? The Awakened Gold. Now, could I use those for maximum power? Because I can use Vold spikes to do that.
Parts of an awakened Vold?
Yeah, I have like 6 uvulus.
Probably not. No, probably not.
You can't do a uvulus? Well, okay, well, while we're in town, could I get some fairy wings and dryad leaves?
Those actually, if it was on any of the other 2 continents, would be easy to find. They're sort of Fae don't do well on this continent, to put it lightly.
How about Volt spikes? Because,
You're killing me. You're killing me.
You might be able to find some of those.
I mean, I hate to say it or not, but like, I can use those to make maximum power. You tell me, man. I don't know. It's like
No,
black bread and
it's-
throw on the inward. Do I get the inward pass? Do I get the
You
Volt spike
get the
shopping pass?
pass. It's okay. They were dead anyway. At least the parts will be of some use, I guess.
Alright, I mean, it's not like there's a ton of these, because Vold are hard to kill. but I'll say you find 3. A shop that has 3 spikes.
Oh,
Now,
If he needs
this is-
spikes, I hand him. Hold on. I hand him 6 primal volt spikes.
Gavin, this is a legitimate
Okay.
question. Humor me here.
All right.
He's using these spikes to make potions of maximum power.
Correct.
Would that potion not work better for me than it would someone else?
No, because the chemical makeup of a potion and what the ingredients are disappears when the distilling process is over with.
Okay.
So I need.
That's why it's alchemy, because it turns one
you-
thing into something else.
I need
Fine.
one other component out of the options here: fairy wings, dragon blood, or dryad wings. So can I find dragon blood?
I'd say you could find a vial of dragon blood.
I was gonna say we're gonna find some soon, even if you don't.
Okay.
Do you need Do you need any primal volt spike glands?
Freaking hey!
No. I don't think so.
Well, if you ever do, I have like 12 of them.
My goodness.
I got
Hey, I
enough to
would
keep
like
myself.
to.
I got enough to keep myself busy, guys. I'm good.
What were you
would
saying,
like
Nick?
I would like to exchange the 6,000 I have left for the credit for actual gold.
And I was just gonna say that whatever you guys had left, you would pick up whenever you leave the city anyway. If you
Mm-hmm.
say it or not, doesn't matter. But sure, yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
Hey, Gavin.
What's up?
I had a question about the Rhythm Maker's drum. It says that as an action, you can play the drum to regain 1 use of your bardic inspiration. Do I need to be attuned to it to use that action, like outside of combat? Like I wouldn't have
Yes.
it.
You can't use any features from a magic item unless it says otherwise without
Yeah.
being attuned
So I
to
was
it.
gonna say the instrument of the bard says that if I'm not attuned, I can still attempt to play the instrument. I would just have to pass a DC 15 or take 2d4 psychic damage.
Yeah, but that
still use-
doesn't apply to the Rhythm Maker's drum, though.
Okay. Dang, I don't know if it's worth getting the Rhythm Maker's drum then, because I can't have that be attuned to that and be able to use the other instruments, can I?
No. Because it takes an attunement slot.
I mean, if I had that attuned, but just didn't have it like equipped.
I mean, for any of these instruments, you have to play it to use any of the features
Okay.
of the instrument. And it even says, while holding this drum, in the first sentence.
I thought it could be like on your person and still be giving you the buff or something like that.
Nope,
All
you
right,
have to be holding it.
Let's get to this war council meeting.
Everybody good?
I'm gonna
Lord
buy
Christ.
2 of these instruments, I think, before I go.
What instruments are you buying?
I think I'm going to get the Anstruth Ocarina and the Cannith Mandolin.
Okay, yeah, deduct the gold. So I charge a double minimum price for magic items. So, this one doesn't have a... Let's see, it's a very rare. Very rares are typically 5,000 to 50,000. So that will cost you 10,000 gold. The ocarina will cost you 10,000 gold. And what was the other one?
The Cannith Mandolin. Can I talk down that 10,000 gold at all?
Yeah, I mean, you are a bard.
Okay. I don't even know who I'm buying it for. Just someone at the music shop, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I'm going to explain to him about go into detail explaining the Vold threat and how we are the spearhead to attack the threat, and we're about to be part of a war council, and I'm trying to get equipped with, things to help in that fight before we head out, and so maybe he could give me a little bit of a discount, so that we can help save the realm, basically.
Give me a persuasion check.
Here we go. That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. Freaking bards over 25. And it's a she, actually, by the way.
Whoa,
So
better.
she says, "Oh, goodness heavens, you... Well, thank you so much for your bravery. I was going to charge 11,000 for both of these, but that's fucking 25 plus. But I think half price, 5,500 should do it.
Oh hell yeah! Oh my god, I love being a bard. I
Wow.
gotta do the math. 5,500 minus what I have is
It also massively cuts things down whenever you get persuasion checks. Like 50%.
That's a
off.
27.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. Like, how do these people make money? But I didn't say anything back in campaign 1, so yeah, no, go for it, man.
That's essentially giving you these items at cost, is basically.
So, just real quick, Kevin, if we're gonna jump to the War
there we
Council, how much time is that? Just straight up 2 days that we're just gonna jump ahead?
Well, you've spent a day with this, so you have a day until the War Council.
Okay.
Because you guys have bought a lot. I'm going to say this took a whole day.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to know. I'm not gonna do all the potion stuff right now. I'll shoot that to you in a message like I did last time. I just want to know how much time I had to actually work on potions.
About 24 hours.
Is that including sleeping?
That is including sleeping. So really you have like 16.
Well, 24. I'll take a potion of watchful rest.
Okay.
So 24 hours, you said?
Yes. After
Okay.
all this is said and done, you have 24 hours left until the War Council.
So is that time enough for me to become unattuned to the Cloak of Protection and switch to the Cloak of Displacement, and also?
It takes an hour.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I can totally fix my attunements in that time.
Oh, yeah.
Is the check marks the one that I'm attuned to?
Yes.
Okay, so I just got to swap that then.
Hey, so I have one more vial of purple worm poison. I am putting that into. I'm getting more. I want more of the large
Like syringe bullets.
syringe bullets, and I'm putting that in there. I'm also putting 2 health potions in the syringe bullets.
Okay.
That also means my AC drops just 1 point.
It goes to 1, and then okay. So now that brings that up to 3.
All right. Anybody else got anything?
Nope.
No? Okay. So the day passes, and later on that evening, you notice that the cavalry has arrived. As first, you initially see this train of essentially samurai and ninjas, basically, in this very tight formation, marching into the town. And in the same fashion as you saw the High King, you do see a large horse-drawn carriage. And it's interesting that they're not taking motor vehicles, but I guess considering the culture, it makes sense. As they begin making their way to the Citadel. It's quite large, so they can literally house an army there. A few hours later, you notice another army arrives. This is also human, but these are like fairly large statured humans, like most of them being 6 feet plus, if not taller than like 6.5. Almost all of them have blonde hair, and the ones that don't, their hair is red. But most of them have blonde hair, blue eyes, wearing various furs, the occasional armor plating, but not so much as far as armor goes. And when it seems to be the standard armament is some kind of battle axe or like a large great sword that they all keep like strapped across their back.
Interesting.
And you noticed one person who looks very important, but this one is not in a horse-drawn carriage. This one is just riding on horseback. As you hear him just "Yah!" with his horse as he goes through the town, as it's getting distracted and he gets his attention back. If somebody could be muscular and fat at the same time, this person is. So he's about almost 7 feet tall, absolutely jacked like a tank, but he's got a gut that he makes no attempt to hide, as he is not wearing a shirt and is just wearing a pelt strewn across his shoulders.
I don't know, Big Daddy had a sibling.
Right.
This guy's also a bit more muscular than Big Pappy is, though, and he's not quite as obese as Big Pappy is.
Obese. That man is pure perfection.
So you notice that beside him are 2 women, each with their own horse, and you do know that he has multiple wives. So this is not this is not a surprise. As well as some other important individuals as well that look a lot like him. You take to likely be his son. There's 3 of them, each of them similarly clad in various pelts and hides. One's carrying a maul, another's carrying a battle axe, another's carrying a great sword, as this army makes its way to the Iron Citadel. As the evening progresses, you are called to session, and as you begin approaching the Iron Citadel, you notice the other adventuring parties who are also present, as you are reunited with the Heralds of Requiem, as well as New Solidarity is there as well. So
Nice.
you've met all of them. I'm not gonna waste time with the descriptions, but Drexel approaches the group and says, "It hasn't been very long, but it's been too long. If it isn't Motley Crest, always a pleasure." As he extends his hand for somebody to take it.
Hell,
I take it.
Now,
Yes, Drexel. It is.
pleasure as always. Now, I've been briefed some, but are they putting you guys in charge of a squad as well?
They're putting us in charge of everything.
Same. We've already negotiated our contract, and it indeed is quite favorable. And must I say, be a pleasure to share the battlefield with you.
Yes, indeed.
So, New Solidarity is there as well, but they're not quite as cordial. Like, they're not rude. They greet you, but not nearly as dramatically as Drexel.
I expect them to be bowing at our knees because they want to kill us.
They don't anymore.
Real quick, is the Celestial Witch with them?
She is.
Mm.
I'm gonna try and just flag her down at some point. Don't have to do it now, just whenever.
Gotcha. So, you make your way into this war council, and the Celestial Witch does come up and greet you, but she does so in a sort of very semi-formal kind of way. Definitely formally, but she literally just says, "Brimstone, pleasure as always."
Celestial, I have to say, your gift has become even more and more of a gift every day, apparently. And I'll take out the Mojo Juju.
She chuckles and says, "The funny thing is, I don't even remember where I got that from. I've always had it,
Well,
as far as I can remember."
I guess it ended up where it's supposed to go.
I think so. I knew I needed to give it to you. I can't say why, because I don't know. But I knew you needed to have this, and I am very grateful that you are going to be getting some use out of it.
Thank you. But an evening's tranquil to you.
An evening's tranquil. As the groups sort of split, and you notice that each of the 4 groups sort of has their own high podium. And you do pass Rizuru Ichi, and he gives you a very dramatic bow. I will introduce their adventuring party, just because I haven't before. So there's 5 of them. Their group is a little bit smaller than yours. There's 3 females, 2 males. One of them appears to be they're all Wuxian humans, by the way. Every single one of them. So I'll skip that detail with each person. One of them has sort of blondish hair, which is very rare for people of their race. But
Nice.
brown eyes, wearing sort of like priestly garments that are very loose and flowing, and she's carrying what appears to be this like arcane staff. But you notice, in addition to carrying a staff, she also has a holy symbol, and on this holy symbol is the image of an eye circled by a crown, which you know is the divine. Anybody who's knows the arcane or the divine would know that
Yeah.
is the divine symbol of Mystra, the goddess of magic.
Nice.
So she is likely some divine user of arcane magic. She's an Arcana cleric.
Nice.
Gavin,
What's up?
by the way, I do not walk in with the rest of them. I walk in with the
Volunteer Alliance.
yep, and we're all playing drums as we come in.
And that's where you would be expected to be anyway. So the next female appears to be some sort of martial artist, wearing like a yellow gi, kind of low cut with like a staff across her back, and she's wearing very loose pants. Basically, nothing that would restrict her movement. The next one is literally she looks like a ninja. Easy description. Except instead of wearing like a mask, she has almost like a Raiden style hat on. She's got a kusarigama rolled up in the chain rolled up and strapped to her waist, and a katana across her back. On top of that, you notice she has a belt of shuriken that is also across her chest as well. Then you know Rizuru Ichi, you've already met him, but you see one individual that is absolutely armed to the teeth. He looks like a samurai, and he's got a giant naginata polearm across his back and a katana strapped to his waist. You can't make out much of his physical features, as he's wearing like a mask as part of his armaments, but his gear is like a very blackened dark red, and just looks like a samurai.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So, making your way into this war council, the Dawn Commander steps up and says, "Thank you all for being in attendance here. Now, I know our great kingdom has had many strifes in the past, but I look forward to the coming days when we can all join together to destroy our mutual threat, as the Primals are a threat to all of us. There's not a single one here who is out of their reach. When one of us falls, they will simply come to the next and to the next until there is nothing left. I do hope you all realize that." Now, on to the matter of business. I thank you. Let me look at my notes. Damn it. He says, "I thank you, Shogun Kizune, for your attendance, as well as your attendance, King Gorm, as well as our High King," as he does a bow. "King Razor, thank you for being here."
I stop my men from scoffing and spitting and being rude.
So, King Gorm speaks up and says, "Why must we do battle with these wretches?" Pointing over to the Shogun. "They cannot even defend their own borders," as he retorts back and says, as the Shogun says, "You have no honor. You know nothing but conquest."
Of that. We will not have that here. I don't care what class, don't care how high you think you are. In this, we are all the same. Do not disrespect anybody in this room, or I will have it out with you.
And Gorm stands up, and again, this is about a 7-foot tall man, and says, "If you don't mind me saying, what do you know of unity? You are but secessionists." And then the Dawn Commander speaks up and says, "Enough of all of this!" And he's shouting at this point, "We will either live united or die divided."
I, as Dragon, take a sip of my flask and just pass it among the rest of us in our group. So we're just like sitting around passing my bottomless flask.
Watching the Commander is correct.
This might be one
So
time
we
we're
may
not
be-
willing to drink with Dragon.
Whether we may be separatists or not.
It's probably the only time Lucas is.
Oh yeah, it's dwarven spirits. Just pure dwarven spirits.
Yeah, not a heavy drinker on this one, but sure, I'll take a swig.
Whether we
Yeah,
are separatists
What
or
were you
not,
saying, Brandon?
whether we are separatists or not, we still live here. We still call this place home. At this point, it doesn't matter what country you evolve in, no matter what place you call home, this entire place is home. This world is home. And if we do not protect it together, we will all die separately. So, pick one. Either we join forces and we do this battle, or we all just die. So, if you want your children, your mothers, your fathers, your people to die, then leave this table, as you are not needed.
Flag.
And with that, the room quiets. The Don Commander motions towards you and says, "Thank you, High Consular."
I sit back down.
Now, the coming
Hey, Brandon.
conflict.
Hold on 1 second, Brandon.
No problem.
We're getting a lot of plosives from your mic. Can you move it away from the front of your mouth?
Alright, is that better?
Yeah, a lot better. Thanks.
Well, I enjoyed the speech. It felt like he was spitting while he was talking.
I liked it. Well done, Brandon. So, at this point, Rizuru stands up and says, "That is right. We are all heroes here." And after he starts saying that, you notice the samurai literally pulls him back into his seat. And the Don Commander speaks up and says, "The coming conflict will be broken up into multiple operations. Our targets are their strongholds, where they are currently performing their scientific experiments, their magical research, where they plot their next moves. We will not give them that chance. We will meet them at their door and destroy them with overwhelming force. Now, the bulk of my strategy is this. It appears their leader, Shalkor, there is some limit to his ability to directly command primals. Now, they all do appear to be more intelligent these days than they have been. However, if we come, and then he rolls out a map across the table and says, if we attack each point, 2 at a time, in a pincer maneuver from both sides, I believe he will not adequately be able to command these troops all at once. Now, either he splits his troops, and you end up with 2 disorganized troops, or he focuses all his troops on one point, leaving the other force free to advance. Either way is a favorable outcome." And then he looks at you, Orgrim, and says, "Do you not agree?"
Yes. But again, we do not know his full scope of what he can control or not control. So no matter where we go, we need to tread lightly and be aware at all times. Do not let your guard down at any point.
Sean, you were about to say something?
Well, my only concern is it's not just the Vold that are with him. He has others. Speaking from one that would know, he has a powerful witch on his side that we're so curious of where her alliances lay with Umash, the Spectral Witch.
Yeah.
And that is the risk going forward, he says. There is an unknown factor, and that is at each of these locations, and those being the Titan's Fissure to the west of Rhymeshield, the Tranquil Downs, the former home of the Halflings, rest their souls, Emberstoke, the former home of the Mountain Dwarves, who, once again, are no longer with us, with the conflict finally ending in the ruins of Invalion, which, my guest of honor, as he raises his hand and in a magical flash the Archon teleports into the room beside him, is currently working on a solution for. But for now, the ruins of Invalion are off limits. Anybody who goes there, if it's not the Vold who kills you, the magical fallout will do it for them.
How about for each one of their points, I can sacrifice 2 of my men to go there and scout it out so we can be a little bit better. As the goblins are smaller, more nimble, and they're goblins. They know how to get in and out really easily. I
So
can spend
between
2 to each.
So between 2 goblins to each of these locations, and you wish for them to infiltrate.
Scouting parties. They can even say that they are trying to leave and join them for all I care. They're smart
Let me
enough to
assure
know.
you, Shalcor has no interest in aligning with anybody who is not of Vold heritage.
I understand. Then they can do it stealthily. It'll be a stealth mission. They can do it. But at least that way we have a little bit better understanding, because they can send us a message.
We do have an infiltration force made up of awakened Vold who have agreed to help the cause. However, I'm hesitant to send them in as the situation is becoming increasingly hazardous. Shalcor is learning our strategies, and it is not simply a matter of unawakened just being trusted by what they are anymore.
Then how about this? Among the people that you have for infiltration, we let them decide for themselves on if they want to go in, and the ones that are willing and volunteer, we send them in. We need more information than what we have. If we go into this blind, we will die.
I agree.
Or at least the casualty, even if we don't all die, the casualties will be greater than I am willing to part with.
So at this point, somebody from the Oni group speaks up, and she says to the group, "Hi, Takahashi Hitomi. So I have served as a ninja up until only a few years ago for the Kingdom of Ebonmast. My ability to infiltrate is unparalleled. And also, and well, before she has a chance, somebody from the Heralds of Requiem stands up. Azon Shotogus. You guys have actually met her once before. You secretly know that she has ties to the Order of the Sanguine Justicar. I can do this as well. I can get in, get out, unseen."
Yes, y'all can be unseen, but can y'all be unsensed? These beasts have senses none like others. They are able to detect magical items from far away. There must be no magic flowing through you like elves. Not discriminating, just saying.
But she's an air ganassi.
Well, I'm just saying.
In general.
Gotcha.
In general, you can't be an elf if you're going to do this. You can't have any magical items if you're going to do this. You must be non-magical as you possibly can be if you're going to be doing this infiltration mission.
And Drexel says, "I believe in Azon. I know she can do it."
Well, Drexel, let's take your word for it again. So, how many points of entry do we have that we need more volunteers? I need a number.
So he says, and this is the Dawn Commander talking, "I believe Emberstoke would be a bit too ambitious at this point until we have more information. However, my next target is Tranquil Downs."
I need a number of all of them, not specific places.
4 entry points into the town.
Then I need 2 more volunteers. Anybody here wishes to volunteer their services?
I would volunteer, but I'm half elf. They would sense me as soon as I step even a foot into their grounds.
That is understandable. Any other volunteers, even from my men?
So, as long as you're not an elf, you'd be able to sneak in.
No, you can have any magical being, so you being magical, you being a bard, they would sense you automatically.
Well, it's not that they sense it. When they lay eyes on a magic item, it's encompassed by an aura. They can see magic. If the magic item is unseen, it's not a problem.
Well, what if we're invisible?
So, I'm going...
they can see that.
Helfing. Come.
What's that?
I'm calling in one of my men.
What is this, a goblin?
It is a goblin.
Yeah.
I know you are the sneakiest one of the bunch. Do you believe you can infiltrate the main city and get out unscathed?
He says, and by the way, he refers to you very formally because Goblin Society has a caste system. He says, "Oh well, my lord, I might be able to do this, but yes." He brushes his hesitation aside and says, "Yes, I can do it. I am the leader of the stealth division. I can do it."
If you can do it, out of my personal pocket, I will pay you handsomely for any information you give. And I will throw him a bag of 2,000 gold pieces. You'll get 2,000 more on your return.
He ducks his head and says, and you notice he's speaking to you very shyly, but that's how they're supposed to act.
Oh, I know. I'm not. It's not uncommon. I get it.
Yeah. So he says, "Thank you for your such gracious offer, my lord. I will get in. I will get out. No one will know I was there."
Good. Then we need one last volunteer. Anybody else willing?
So you notice somebody from New Solidarity stands up. It's a dwarf, and you notice he's carrying a Gatling gun as his main weapon, and he's just armed to the teeth, and he's like, he starts to spin the barrels for a second. He's like, "Well, I think this is my time to shine."
It's a stealth mission, not a blow everything up mission, sir.
I can make them disappear.
No. Just please, we need someone that can stealthily get in without being noticed. Thank you for your vigor for this, but we need somebody stealth.
You hear him mumbling over his voice. He's like, "I thought I was being pretty good. I thought I was just."
Anybody else?
So I am correct on my statement. They would notice me even if I'm a half elf.
They would smell you.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about one of the infantry that you have set up? Dark. He's speaking to the Dawn Commander. Put him in the lower city. I don't care.
We do have an infiltration force that is comprised entirely of awakened. Garrick, step forward. As he raises his hand, and you notice this awakened Vold steps forward, and when he does, you can't help but notice that the king of the Scalder, this big, giant, muscly, fat dude, just scoffs when he steps forward. Yes, Dawn Commander. I'm ready and willing to serve. And you see he's wearing, like, dark leathers. You notice he has a couple magic items on him, though, and those would have to go. But, long black hair, tied in a ponytail, gray skin, just like every Vold. Has a kind of a scar over one of his eyes. Garrick, if you're willing to serve here, you're up. Now, I can't make you do this. Well, I could, but I'm not going to, because they're aware of our tactics. They're aware that we have awakened in our service. Do you volunteer for this? And he says, he pulls out a rapier and flourishes it and holds it in like a ceremonial position. I do, Dawn Commander.
Good. And Dawn Commander, if I'm not outstepping my reach, you have 3 days. Get in, find what you need, and report back. And then we will make our attack.
Very well. In 3 days, we march on Tranquil Downs.
Sounds good.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for being here, and for the most part, thank you all for being civil.
And High King,
For the most part.
I would like to have counsel with you in private.
He scoffs and says, "I'll see if I can get around to it."
No. I will have counsel with you Dawn Commander can be there, but I will have council with you as soon as everyone leaves. I am putting my foot down in this. We will end this today.
So the last thing I'm going to do before we call it for the night, just to describe this High King. So he's a hill dwarf, which look a little different, but mainly in just hair color and skin complexion. Kind of olive-skinned, short, dark black hair, and his beard, even by dwarven standards, is long. It goes below his waist, as it's finely braided with little rings clamped around the ends. He's wearing gunmetal gray, very dark armor, and he has a crown with a bunch of spikes that's very long, that appears to just be made of pure wrought iron, with diamonds and rubies encrusting the outside of it. You will have your council, Separatist, if that is what you desire for us to move forward.
So, I'm curious, out of all the leaders and whatnot here, are they all the people from, like, Wel'Kalas and...
The main leaders of Wel'Kalas, yes.
Okay, so it's not like they're from the other continents.
No.
Gotcha. I don't know, because it was what, Falthanzu is where we just got attacked at before?
Yeah, you're literally on the other side of the world from Falthanzia right now.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if anybody from Falthanzu was there.
Nope. It appears to be Wel'Kalas who's taken this on alone.
Gotcha.
I mean, not necessarily, because the other militaries do send a lot of soldiers to Project Dawnspear, so the other kingdoms are represented within the ranks of Project Dawnspear. But as far as the leaders and significant figures here, yeah, it's Wel'Kalas.
Okay, that's all I was curious about.
So, alright guys, and with that, we're going to go ahead and conclude the session. I'm glad we were able to get around to the council tonight.
Do you want to stay and do our short?
We'll get to that next session, because I kind of want it to be on recording.
Okay.
And, it's already 11 o'clock, so...
Cool, sounds
real-
good.
I guess another question, are we just getting... Are we playing out the next couple days until the session goes on, or are we just getting, like, downtime for the next couple
You're getting
days?
downtime.
Okay, so...
3 days.
Y'all are welcome. I gave y'all 3 days of downtime.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Okay, I'll be able to make a ton of stuff then, if I got 3 days.
I see a kitty
Where?
in your screen. In your fiance's arms. Oh, I thought she was
Just-
holding a cat.
No, no,
Looked like she was petting a cat. Never mind.
no. But all right, guys, I'm out. I'll talk to y'all later.
Good.
All right.
Deuces, guys. Y'all take care.
Night.